go.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Rime of the Frostmaiden here on Old Dominion Heroes. Be sure to tune in for our friend Andy Dufresne as he dies in combat.
Poor Andy. We all knew he was going to die in combat, though, didn't we?
Because Andy does not know how to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Are we live? I really don't know.
They're saying we're live, so I think we're live.
Well, you know,
fuck, we're live.
You know, earlier you asked us to lie to you, so you're not going to be able to take anything we say at face value for the rest of the day.
I never take anyone at face value. I'm still looking for the other shit I was going to give you.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Andy Dufresne doesn't know how to play Dungeons and Dragons, but he knows how to break out of a prison.
Yeah.
Oh, hey! Speaking of breaking out of prison, so I guess while the DM is looking for our stuff, before we leave Caer Konig, Larry started having some second thoughts about something, and I want to do a little bit of a reveal and ask some advice, if that's cool. Because Larry suspects that he's in the process of making a bad decision, and
probably,
yeah, which is pretty common. So I
was going to say, is Larry doing something? Then he's making a bad decision.
Yeah,
Andy. It's Andy.
I said Andy, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
All right, so here's the deal. While in the old abandoned tomb, talking to Mummy Daddy with the whole big scrying mirror thing. I guess Larry should probably tell you. So yeah, while we were there, all right, just to go back a little bit, about like 20 some odd years ago, my folks sort of disappeared, went on a mission, never came back, that sort of thing. You know, grew up on the streets of Neverwinter on my own and shit like that. You know, sob story, boo-hoo. But thing is, this whole time I've kind of been assuming that that they had, passed on, that they had died in that, because that was a bit more comfortable than assuming they just decided to leave. Now, up until just I guess a couple weeks ago, that was the assumption. But I kind of got the idea from Mommy Daddy in the mirror that they are not in fact dead, but are rather in a place where they are unable to communicate or be scryed on. So they're kind of masked somehow, but the location was somewhere in the vicinity of north of here, up towards all the ice flows and stuff. So sorry, I didn't tell you about this before. I don't want to drag anybody into my shit. But see, the thing is, this prison up there kind of fits the bill a little bit. And Ubis's contact was talking about something related to a prison break. So whereas I'm a little hesitant to go up there because I feel like I'm not ready. I don't know if I feel like I'm like not ready, like not good enough, or not ready just like emotionally. So I'm not sure if I'm making the right decision here. I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to say, yeah, let's go back south to East Haven and whatnot. But I wanted to run it by y'all. What do you think? Should we just continue to follow the trail over to East Haven and whatever, like we're talking about doing? Or do you think it might be, since we're already pretty far north, a good opportunity to go and possibly bust my folks out of prison?
I'm going for a prison break.
How far is it away from us?
It's not close.
Technically, Ubis could just talk them out.
Yeah, that'd be great. But yeah, it's not
Ubis
close.
will become the new warden of the prison and release them.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, It would be difficult getting there. It is less inconvenient now than it would be if we went south first, but I mean, it is still by no means convenient. I'm not sure how long it would take to get there, and it'd probably be a pretty rough trip. But we can meet your contact up there and see what's what. Hopefully, maybe.
Hey, every time I try and watch the stream on Twitch, it's coming up as it's saying offline. I don't know if that's because my phone sucks, but
No, it's
I
live.
mean, it's showing up live for me.
yeah, it
It's
says the
live.
channel is offline.
Yeah, it's live. I did want to go down to my town, but I guess I could own a prison now too.
It's all down to delegation. I think you could do it.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Let's go to the prison.
So yeah, I mean, we're over. I mean, I guess we're a little far east. I guess like if we were over in like Tourmaline or Lonelywood, that would probably be a little bit an easier place to start from. But should have thought of that before. I don't know how long this would be cross country. What is that like? From where we are, if I remember correctly, that's probably like 40 to 50 miles across like waste, like no road, if we were to like go straight there. So yeah, that's a hike.
Well, we shouldn't have to worry about walking if we all just grab a cow.
True.
Aren't the cows still in Bryn Shander?
They are
Yeah,
still
we
in
don't-
Bryn Shander.
We don't have our cows with us.
Let's take a detour.
So yeah, the trip would be slightly less onerous if we set off from like Tourmaline or Lonelywood, but like if we took the roads there, that's kind of a long detour. I mean, we could always cut across country to Tourmaline or Lonelywood and like stop there and then head north. And it might not be a bad idea to check up on that mine with the big old pit down to the Underdark, while we're passing through. But anyway, it's just sort of an alternative out there. I don't know for sure that's where my parents are. I don't know really what's going on with the jailbreak. So it's sort of there's a lot of unknowns. It's kind of risky, which is why I wasn't going to bring it up in the first place. But I thought I'd throw it out just in case I'm making a dumb decision, just because I don't want to. I don't know.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the map. From where you guys are on the northeastern end of Icewind Dale of the 10 towns, to Revel's End. Revel's End is at the. Let me put a little circle here. It's at the tip top of this blue triangle up here.
Yeah.
So as far as distance goes, if you went straight there.
Yeah, it's more like 60, maybe 70 miles, isn't it?
Well, let's see here. Hold on. It's about 23 miles.
23, really? Am I measuring things completely wrong? Oh, it is. I couldn't read the earlier map I was looking at. I thought that 10 was a 50. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot more manageable.
So 23 miles. Traveling overland. Some of this is fairly rough terrain. So you're going to probably go around a half a mile an hour. It's about 46 hours of travel.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, we could like wait to see if like another mode of transportation presents itself to make that a little bit more conducive, like a big old flying nautiloid that isn't blown up. But yeah, I just want to run it by y'all. I don't think I'm in a position to make an objective decision on this.
I mean, what else we
Is
have?
there a reason we have to, run off to something else?
Well, I mean, the only other threads we had were the East Haven ones, where we got some old ladies in a cave to visit, and we got
That thing all the way to the west, right? Wasn't there like some hidden thing to the west?
over to the east, actually, wasn't it that place where that party went that got murdered by the wizard on the way back to East Haven? There was that thing, which actually we're kind of closer to that right now than we would be if we went to East Haven. And yeah, right, and there we got the clue that there was a Duragar outpost somewhere in the vicinity of East Haven, but we do not know where. So we're kind of wondering if maybe the ladies in the cave can give us better directions or something. Maybe
that little purple circle is where I think Trafalgar got info on.
Yes.
Special.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that's way over to the west. Yeah, so like next time we're over on the other side of the Mer de Walden, we might want to prioritize that. Yeah, so it's like the stuff that we got going on in East Haven, it's Duragar related, I guess, and possibly Red Wizard related. And the whole thing going up to the prison, the only reasons we have to go up there because, Uvis's contact had talked about that, so evidently it's significant in some way, and it could be my parents might be there. So I'll do whatever y'all want to.
I'm down
So
with
what
what
do you
everyone
guys wanna
else wants to do.
I still want to get a good mead to check on my city.
Well, it'll keep. I think you. I think you put a competent administrator in charge there.
Did I?
The duly elected mayor or whatever. He'll probably be okay.
I
Okay.
can't remember it. I can't remember what name I gave him.
All right. So last session, you guys were traveling back to Caerconic. You had chosen a spot and camped for the night. And in the morning, you came across a Chwinga that had given several charms to the party. Do you guys remember those? Did you write those down? Okay.
Sure.
It's in the chat somewhere.
Right. Timmy, you were given the charm of biting cold. All right, I'm going to paste that in there. Basically, your charm has 3 charges. As a bonus action, you can expend 1 to wreathe your weapon attacks with biting cold for 1 minute. Until the effect ends, you deal an extra d6 cold damage whenever you hit with a melee or ranged weapon attack. Jackal.
Is that you?
Let's see here.
I heard Quentin.
Yes, Jackal. All right, which one of these is left to give out?
I found mine. I got the box of lunch.
Oh, man. All right, Jackal. You get the charm of Snowball Strike.
Okay.
It's actually a good spell.
Charm of
heard
Snowball
of
Strike.
it.
It's got 5 charges. It's a bonus action. You can expend a charge to create a magical snowball in your hand and throw it. So it's a bonus action attack, right? Snowball is a magic ranged weapon, which you are proficient in. So it's going to use your dex. It has a normal range of 20 feet, a long range of 60. It deals D4 cold and scores a crit on a 19 or 20. If you score a crit, the target is blinded until the end of its next turn. The snowball vanishes immediately after you hit or miss, or at the end of your turn if you don't throw it. Once its charges have been expended, this charm vanishes from you.
That is not going to be used in combat. It's going to be like a
Probably
snowball
not.
fight. Snowball fight. Ah, what the fuck, Jackal?
Yes, and if you are using that to target other members of the party, I'm going to give you advantage on all your attacks. It's only 5d4. Shush.
Only 5d4.
Yeah.
Only a 10% chance to crit. Because maybe it's more like 7d4.
I have one question.
Yes.
How do I add this to my sheet? What does it go under?
You will need to make a note. You can create a custom action as well under your bonus actions to make that there.
Okay.
Where you can just
Oh,
it can
yeah,
roll
there
it for
you go.
Yep. You get 5 charges. So you only got 5 uses. You'd think that they would add that in as a magic item of some sort, but they don't.
Yeah.
Well, D&D Beyond. What can you say? It's great. It's great. So you guys were headed to Caerconic. I want to say before we had audio issues, you had just about made it to Caerconic and you were looking out over the town.
What did I do?
Yeah, we actually got to Caerconic and we're kind of camping out in that in the old ruins.
Yeah,
And that's where all of the nonsense took place. I'm pretty sure.
that's true. Yeah. As far as Ubis, I'm not sure what you got. If you didn't write it down, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, I persuade you to tell me what you did.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, jeez, I gotta figure out how to do this again. It's screwing up on me lately. I don't know why.
I passed out several of these. There was also the Charm of Bounty, let you create food and water with 3 times.
Yeah, that's my box of lunch. I just looked up
Uh-huh.
that spell too. It's not even good food. It's like
No, it's like passable food. Bland but nourishing.
That is going to be a 27.
27. You might have gotten the Charm of the Ice Troll, which would let you use a reaction when you take cold damage to reduce the damage, but to 0, and then you get hit points back from half that, which you would have taken.
Oh, okay.
You might have gotten Charm of the Snowwalker, which would give you 1 benefit for 24 hours.
Which one did I get?
I don't know which one you
whatever
got.
had resistance to cold damage with like 5 charges.
You got the Charm of Cold Resistance.
Yes.
Okay. Who else is left? Did no one write this down? So we have the Biting Cold that's been spoken for. That's given to Timmy. Charm of Bounty, Charm of Cold Resistance, Snowball Strike. There are 3 other charms. Valen?
Damn it.
The charm that I have is, where's my item list?
Nope.
It should be the charm of. Where is it? Charm of Snowwalker.
Yep. So Valen,
Okay.
did you have any questions about yours? I think I copied and pasted.
Yeah, you copied and pasted it. I've got it all right here.
Perfect. So
I got ice trolled in.
okay. Did anyone get Traveler's Haven?
Doesn't
Rhaegar
sound
did.
familiar.
Rhaegar has not said anything about it. He's very quiet right now.
I don't remember anything about Traveler's Haven. I don't think that was one that anybody got.
No, I think that would be the one that would be there's 7 charms, 7 of you, but since Ryan's on a break.
Can I trade can I trade my boxed lunch for that?
Oh yeah. Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, D&D dice. That's right, I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, we gotta roll dice in this game.
Persuasion. Oh wait, and I turned a slight corner in Larry's whole deal. He's actually good at persuasion now, somewhat. Let's see. Yeah, you laugh now. I'll catch up eventually.
No, you won't.
Aw, sure you will, buddy.
All right, with my +8, that is a 25.
25. Yeah, he passes over to you the charm of the Traveler's Haven.
What's that do?
As an action, you can expend one charm charge. There are 3 charges. And you will be able to cast Lehman's Tiny Hut with no components required.
Hey,
Just get to cast it for free.
that's nice.
That's a
So
good
if
backup.
if Larry's Pouting Hut, it's
Ooh,
right there.
that's what I'm going to call it.
Because
love
you have to stay inside. You have to stay inside it after you cast it. So it's Larry's Pouting Hut.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What did my charm do? It basically just since I'm resistant to cold, it just takes all my cold damage away.
Yeah. So basically, with you, Ubis, if you're going to take cold damage, let's say you guys have like a white dragon or something. Let's just say that. And you fail the con save, and it's going to be 45 points of damage. Regardless of your resistance, it's going to let you reduce that cold damage to 0 when you use the charm as a reaction. And then you're going to regain a number of hit points equal to half the cold damage you would have taken. Once you do so, the charm vanishes from you. I'm not going to let your resistance make you only gain back like a quarter of what you could have, right? Just doesn't make sense for me to do it that way. So like if it's going to be like 50 points of damage, you get 25 points of hit points regained if you had that many left that you'd lost or something like that. Okay. Versus, you only would have taken 25 points of damage because you're resistant. Therefore, you would only get 12 hit points back. That's just dumb.
So nice.
Yeah. All right. So where do you guys want to go? You've got the options laid out.
Yeah.
It's a very long trip. It's 22 miles. So about, like I said, 23 miles, about 46 hours of travel. So that's close to 6 days of travel to get to Revel's End. It's about 11 miles or 22 hours to get to the Netherese Ruin. That's east of you guys.
Yeah, we're so close to that,
so that'd
too.
be about 2.5 days. Versus, you could be in Caer Dineval this afternoon and East Haven this evening. It's up to you all.
That's an excellent point. We're probably never going to be closer to the Netherese ruins than we are right now. I mean, I'm sure our contemplating traveling several days across absolute desolate wasteland has nothing to do with Jason referencing a white dragon.
Certainly not that white dragon giant mini that I was looking at One-Eyed Jack's.
Ooh. All right, yeah. So I guess that is the third option we hadn't discussed. We're like pretty much right next to the Netherese ruins that have been the whole deal since before all that horrible shit happened. In
I do have a question. If we kill the dragon rider, do we get to have the dragon?
There's stuff oh god, give me a history check
on the dragon.
Give me a history check, Trafalgar.
Oh no, all my good dice are downstairs. Crap.
Roll your shitty dice.
shitty dice. I just rolled a natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Resulting in a 29.
20 fucking 9. Holy shit! All right, so here's the deal that you know about that fucking dragon. Here, hold on. Let me get to
Professor Trafalgar here
it.
to teach you about dragonology.
There is a famous dragon here in Icewind Dale. Let me get to the encounter table, and I can tell you all about it. Encounters. Here they
Yes,
are.
because I've clearly done my research and I know all of these things.
Clearly. Clearly you have.
All right, there is a ancient white dragon that is known to the Ten Towners as the White Worm. She is probably the most fearsome predator known in Icewind Dale, but she's elderly. She's very, very old. And she doesn't typically mess with the people of the towns. She much prefers, the taste of reindeer and walrus and polar bear to that of humanoids.
That's good to know.
She's never actually directly threatened the 10 towns. Although being a dragon, you could assume that it would be indeed possible to provoke her into doing so.
What do you think that's likely?
Yeah, possibly. You also know that she used to have, with that nat 20, that's quite nice. She used to have a wizard that she was very good friends with, named Melthorond, Meltharond, who would ride around with her on her back.
Kinky.
And he has since died, and his frozen corpse still remains strapped to the saddle on her back, and she doesn't really
that's
know.
morbid.
Did I say kinky?
You did.
I'm gonna walk that back.
She doesn't really seem to know that he's dead.
Oh.
So she's not all there mentally, if you would.
Dear.
Yeah, that's kind of sad now.
She's gonna be my new best friend.
Yeah, she clearly needs one. Yeah. Cool.
So,
yeah, all of a sudden, I'm just thinking to maybe go random with this and maybe just take advantage of our proximity and go check out the Netherese ruins.
I like that.
Yeah, it doesn't fit in with anything else we're working on, so it's kind of my favorite choice right now.
I like it. I'm game. Anyone else?
Oh, why not?
I'm sorry. Who was
Yes,
that?
fine by me.
What?
Who was that just talked with that high
Trafalgar
voice?
and Jackal.
All right, sweet. All right, so you guys, as the beginning of the day dawns on the lovely little town of Caerconnig, you guys turn your back on civilization and point your noses to the northeast, out into the snowy wastes in search of perhaps treasure, perhaps looting. I don't know what you're going to find. Let's go ahead and get a couple rolls from people here. All right. I'm going to enlist you all with some rolling for some encounters and things like that, okay?
Cool.
First things first. You set out into the wilderness. Go ahead and give me a D100 roll, someone.
Who wants to do it?
I'll do it. Timmy will do it.
Okay, cool. About to look for
89.
So what?
89.
89. All right, sweet. As you set out, the clouds above you seem to clear out a little bit compared to what they've been before. The twinkling of the night stars as you approach the delayed dawn, and you can see you guys are accompanied by the auroras of the Frostmaiden as you set out on your first day of a 2.5-day journey. Somebody go ahead and roll me a D8.
Real quick, DM, is this the one where we have the boons?
Yes.
Okay, so what do the boons, how many temporary hit points do I get?
believe it's 10, correct?
Yeah,
10.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
it was 10.
I'm not going to correct you if you want to give me 10 hit points.
10 temporary hit points at the start of the day.
Okay.
And the sun is now coming up. Are we? Who rolled it? Who? Can I give me a D8?
I got it. I'll roll it in the thingy ding here. 6.
A 6. Very nice. All right. Roll me a D4, please.
I'll do it. Maybe. Okay, here we go. That is a 3.
3. Roll me one more.
Anyone else?
No, you go ahead. You do it. You do it.
You want me to do it again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is a 1.
1.
Good job.
All right. Oh boy.
Yeah. Good job.
All right. Somebody roll me a D20.
Got it.
Actually, before we leave.
Oh, that's perfect. I need 2 D20 rolls.
Oh, yeah. There's 2.
Before we go anywhere, how many people do we have with us?
There's 7 of you.
Okay. Everyone else, I'm going to inspiring leader people. I'm going to give a 10-minute speech, which no one wants to hear. But you're going to get 14 temporary hit points.
Ooh, does that apply to familiars?
My companions, I don't know.
I would allow that to apply towards those familiars that are in presence, if you so chose.
Cool.
I can only give it to 6 people.
Some people already have the 10 from the blessing, and you can't stack them. So
No. Well,
I'll take 1.
14's better than 10.
I mean, I'll take. I didn't have it. I ran out of that last 10.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you get it every morning.
10 points today. Is that like? Do they turn into a pumpkin after 24 hours, or like can I keep them forever until I get hit in the head by something?
You lose them when you begin when you begin a long rest.
Okay.
We'll say you get 14 hit points once per short rest. So we'll say while we're doing all this, it was a short rest.
So next short rest or long rest, they go away.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, sweet.
Cool.
Yeah,
Did
and
not
of course,
expect you guys to go this direction, so I'm having to set that up. That's okay though.
well, it's right there, you know. So yeah, and while we're traveling, you know, Larry and Daisy will do the normal thing of trying to scout ahead and sort of keep an eye on things and make sure that we can spot anything that we're heading towards before it spots us.
All right. Okay, cool. Very good.
I'm also just cook some bacon while I'm here.
Oh, well, you've got to cook bacon while you're there.
Naturally.
Yeah. You really do have to cook bacon.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want 45 pounds of bland nourishing food?
Someone asked me earlier today, they said, what kind of bacon can you make? Canadian bacon, regular bacon? I said, I can make any kind of bacon.
You should make it a Scrapple day.
Ugh. Gross. One of the grossest things to eat ever.
I never heard of it until
It's disgusting.
2015.
So gross.
Mm-hmm. It's everything but the oink. We're
Ugh.
talking all the good stuff. Got your
Oh my
eyelids, all
Lips,
kinds of good shit. Lips, all that.
elbows.
It's basically
All
a
that
hot
good
dog.
Man,
shit.
I'm gonna go have some hot dogs right now.
I say it's basically a hot dog. It just doesn't look like a hot dog.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Hot dog should be hot
That
dog
is-
shaped. It's unnatural.
Oh
I
yes.
don't like that we're rolling all these things and we haven't done anything yet.
Right?
Well, you don't
terrifying.
know. You just don't know. You don't know. You guys decided to go a different direction. That's great because now I get to throw shit at you, but I also have to construct it on the fly a little bit. But that's fine too. It's fine too.
Oh no, a DM has to do shit on
I
the
have to-
fly?
Do shit on the fly.
We do this to him all the time, though, to be fair.
Yeah, this is true.
And you know what's nice about this is we pretty much spent the entire last session explaining what we were going to do next, so that he would have plenty of time to prepare, and
And
then
now we're
just
fucking changing it.
Yeah, of
Yeah, now
course.
we're not doing it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I do.
Yeah, it's true.
This is,
It's true.
this is what I do to my monthly game DM. He goes, "What do you want?" He goes, "What do you want to do now?" We just go, "We're gonna go here." He's like, "Oh, okay."
Okay. As you all set out that morning,
I want to see if he has a map prepared. Oh, he does. Look at this.
damn right, I got a fucking map prepared.
Hmm.
Reveal.
Damn
Do
right.
I sense combat?
I assume
All
so
right,
with all the rolls we did.
I need to know marching order. Larry, you are ranging out in front. How far ahead are you?
I am going to stay. Let's see, what's my speed about? I'll stay like 100. I'll say 90 feet. 90 feet ahead of the rest of you.
Good lord.
Okay, I can do
Nice start
70.
here.
Good God.
I can do 70.
Wow.
We'll put Rhaegar in the back.
Let's do
Ubis.
6. Let's do 60. I want some like
Okay.
some clean numbers.
Some clean numbers. 60. All right, 60. That's fine. You're 60 feet from the small rock next to Ubis. Ubis, what are you doing? What order are you in? You guys go ahead and move your tokens, actually. You put yourselves in order. If you would, please.
Just for the hell of it. Cast Blade Ward.
Oh, come on now. You don't know anything's happening. Move yourself on back. What are you doing?
You're ruining his plan.
Okay, no, I'd be right next to Rhaegar.
All right. So I got Rhaegar in the back. I figure he's.
Yeah, I'd be with him.
We got a
There's
long
something
rest
about-
in, right?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just gotta make sure.
Timmy, are you kind of like in the front? Trafalgar, were you kind of in the front to the side? What are you doing? Are you guys where you would be?
Trafalgar's definitely going to be hanging out near the Jackal.
Okay.
Because
So
they're
here's
the
what.
two best friends that anyone could have.
But no.
Because we're the
Me and
best
Rhaegar.
of friends.
It's me and Rhaegar.
Having so much fun together.
Well, I'm gonna be
You
by
know-
Timmy. Since nobody wants to be by Timmy, I'm gonna be by Timmy.
You know who are the
And
best friends ever?
Me and Andy Dufresne.
That was perfect.
Okay.
I was going to say, were you going to say Shiva and a crossbow bolt?
Oh.
Okay. All right, so here's what happens. You guys have been traveling now for about 4 hours. I need everyone to go ahead and make Constitution saving throws for the cold.
Can you also throw up Bubo on there for me?
Oh, sure, yeah. You guys, Constitution saving throws for the cold. DC for this location is about, I think, let's see, we were doing 10 for inside the towns. 13.
Nope.
Got a 22.
Who said no?
I'm fine.
Okay, I got a 21.
Timmy got 11.
Constitution, right?
Timmy, add.
Hold up, make sure you're. Make sure.
Timmy got.
I got
Sorry,
13.
Timmy got 13.
All right.
Timmy
passes.
add 5 to that.
Timmy got
Rollin
18.
also.
Oh,
yeah. Also,
13 is passing. Then we're good. You don't need.
Yeah.
it.
Also, make sure that you're rolling with advantage because you are in cold weather gear. Yeah, this is not something that's going to screw you all the time. Just screw you, hopefully, at the appropriate times.
I want to roll and just
So I
see
got a
what I
19.
get. Not that it matters.
All right. So I don't think anyone failed that.
This cold weather gear has been good for us.
It has, yes.
Shit.
I don't think I ever replaced mine. Oh, that's right.
Well, yeah, but you're fine.
I'm carrying around like a Durgar coat that I picked up, I think. So if I do wear it, it looks terrible.
So, as you continue traveling onwards, the clouds begin to return to the sky as the day lightens to a dim, foggy winter day. Adjectives. Words. But the cloud cover is becoming more pronounced. I'm going to go ahead and make a couple rolls right here.
If it's looking like inclement weather, I would like to consult with my with my weatherman.
Oh yeah,
what we're looking at.
So yeah, you consult with your weatherman, and he tells you that it's looking like it's going to be kind of cloudy the rest of the into the afternoon. This evening, there's a chance for some snow. Go figure.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Chip Dashley. That's his name. Okay.
Old Chip Dashley. Larry, you've stayed ahead of everyone for a while now. Would you have circled back around in your scouting?
Circled back around? How do you mean?
Kind of ranged around the party versus only leading the path.
Well, I mean, in order to stay ahead of them, I couldn't range too much. I just kind of, drift to the left and to the right as we go to sort of get a little bit of a wider range. But but don't go back closer to them if that's what you're asking.
Okay, I need perception checks.
Unless I have
disadvantage. Yeah, so I need perception checks with disadvantage for everyone.
Okay, now Daisy is here helping me with everything I'm doing. So with the help action, do I just roll it straight?
You can roll it straight.
Okay, cool.
It may be less helpful than you might think based on this conversation we've just had.
You said disadvantage?
Disadvantage perception checks, yeah. So if your advantage would cancel that out.
17.
So I'll just roll normally then.
Yes.
23 for me.
23.
It sucks. I rolled
17 Trafalgar.
17 for Trafalgar.
15.
We're going to be right back. I'm going to go get my dice. Oh, wait, they're right here. Never mind. I forgot I put them in my giant dice bag and then brought them back upstairs from the last in-person D&D game I played 2 weeks ago.
15.
I missed
15
those
for
days.
me.
Okay. All right, Larry. You guys continue on past some rocky outcroppings and some stony hills, passing by a large, twisted, snow-covered tree. You continue on past them, keeping the party in your rear view, but only about 60 feet behind you. The rest of the party continues on as well at a more leisurely pace, keeping up with you, but everyone knows that you are on your way to a place in the middle of nowhere, and there's no major rush, so to speak, on getting there. However, your trip is about to be interrupted.
Uh-oh.
I never would have guessed.
Valen?
Yep.
Where is what I'm looking for here? That's what I need. Spells. Here we go.
He's checking out Timmy's glutes.
Yeah. I need you
He's distracted by his body
to
shape.
go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, goody.
Ooh, yikes.
All right, not too bad. That's a
Raggy.
eight.
I'm gonna. Is he within 30 feet of me?
He's like a little bit behind you. Yeah.
Flash of genius. Add a +5 to that.
Hey.
Boom.
So that's a 13.
Probably still gonna
All right.
fail.
It still fails.
Does it now?
As you guys are walking, suddenly the dim light of this whole area is shattered by a silvery pale beam of light shining down about a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. Where
Oh, I know
is
that.
Yeah.
Trafalgar with the off.
centered directly over you? And also, Eubis, you go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw as well, please.
Really?
You shut your mouth.
This stream is not sponsored by AHA, although we would love a sponsorship if they wanted to give us one.
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
Just regular?
Just regular Constitution saving throw, yeah.
We have an in to a great big soft drink company, James, and you're ignoring it.
What, where?
Me. I work for Coca-Cola.
Oh, hey, there we go. Hook us up, Tommy.
I wish I could,
20.
man.
20
Your bosses
passes.
be like, I stream D&D.
Yeah.
We love
drink-
love sponsors.
We drink only Coca-Cola products. You should totally.
And lots of people tune in to our streams. Lots.
Does
Tons,
Coca-Cola
at least
make
4
wine?
people.
You, Valen, you take 23 points of radiant damage.
Hot
Eubis,
diggity dog.
you take 11. I need everyone to roll initiative. Yes.
Oh, jeez. I took
delicious.
11 damage. There goes all my temp hit points.
Wait, don't we get temp HP?
You had started the day with some, yeah.
You know, I gave
right?
you 14.
Hey, cool. Well, does that stack? I don't think that stacks.
No, it doesn't stack. I gave you 14.
Okay.
Thank
you. Tinkle.
Timmy got 23.
Initiative.
Oh, we need to click on our character.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
that's
That's a soft 20.
It's been so long since I've done this.
Oh,
Click
let me
on
get to my battle
character.
playlists.
20
Come
for Trafalgar.
Oh, come on. Roll. There we go. Why are you not rolling? There you go. I didn't want a wisdom saving throw.
15. I really wish I had nice, pretty little dice. But alas, I is poor.
14 for me.
Timmy,
You
what
was
was your
poor
initiative
because
roll?
you spent money on dice?
I'm poor
Sorry, say
because
what?
Off the desk.
because my house is in ruin.
Timmy, what was your
Down.
initiative?
23.
23. Holy shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
more archive. Welcome.
That's me, yo.
Hey, Jackal.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to do my thing.
Yeah, the only people who watch
make
our
sure you-
stream is us.
Nope. Click button.
Is everybody ready?
Still viewers.
Sure.
Mm.
If I was ready, I am now. If I wasn't, I mean, you know what I mean.
All right. Larry, give me a perception check.
Oh, he's like way up there too, isn't he? Larry?
Larry?
Oh, sorry, I had my thing up. 23.
23. Larry, you hear like a crackling, sizzling in the air, almost like a burning in the ozone. And you happen to glance back at the party, and there is a beam of light shining down above, engulfing Valen and Ubis with ghostly flames. Looking beyond the party, you see crouched on the side of this mountain here. Very interesting looking person. Some sort of druid, perhaps. It's too far away to really tell much as far as details go, but she is gesturing towards the party and towards this magical attack that is taking place. It is your turn, sir.
Cool. I'm gonna go to the prison and free my parents.
Okay.
all right.
Larry
Amazing.
goes. Larry's going to go turn to the northwest and continue on for about 7 days.
Let's see. I guess I will. I will with Daisy perched on my shoulder, like sort of tucked into the hood there, which I never actually wear because hat. I guess I will start moving towards your base. So let's see. We got like these are 5, right? So
Yeah, and there is a large tree over here. These other rocks and things are still here, just the way they are.
Okay, oops, move the map while I was doing stuff. Okay, so let's see. Oh, the meter thing isn't on? Here, let's try this again. Why
You
isn't the
got to
ruler
feed the
working?
meter.
Why isn't the ruler working?
It didn't work for me either earlier.
Oh, no. Okay. All right, well, I'll estimate. 5, 15, 20, 25, 35. So that's normal movement, puts me right about there. So then, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35. So bonus action dash puts me right about there.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll just use my, well, shit, no.
No.
I am going to use my action to cast blur is what I'm going to do. So Larry sees this opponent goes or this assailant and goes tearing towards them, and as he does, like the mist, the fog that's around starts to sort of accumulate around him as his fey swarm kind of sort of absorbs that all and then produces the fairy farts that produce his blur here. And so now he's a
Fairy farts.
yeah,
Blue.
fairy fart blur. Where's my second level spell slots? So yeah, that's my turn.
All right, cool. Timmy, you're up. This individual has just called down a ghostly flame on your party members. They are crouched up on the cliffside of this rocky hill to your south. They're about 20 feet up off the ground. They are not really under much cover, but they appear to have taken you by surprise.
Let's see, they're hovering 20 feet above.
About 20 feet above, yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. Well, I'm going to take. I haven't done this in a while. I'm going to take out the crossbow.
Okay.
I drop my shield and just put my sword and get the crossbow out. And
Usually, dropping a shield would be an action, but I'm going to let you do it since you're dropping it. Like it's hot.
apparently, I don't have. I haven't equipped. Or do I even have?
I thought you had a short bow at one point.
I have a short bow. I thought I had a crossbow. Maybe I don't. Yeah, my bad. I thought. Yeah, I'm gonna take the short bow out then.
All right, sweet.
I mean,
you.
it would be weird to have both. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, you had both, but to make room to carry the keg of ale, you had to get rid of one, and you chose to get rid of the crossbow because it was heavy.
Yeah. Well, that's canon now. All right. So I'm gonna take the crossbow out, and I'm just gonna say pluck this little fucker in the air.
All right, go ahead. Make your attacks.
That is 16.
Nice.
That hits.
Nice. That's 6 damage.
That definitely hurts them.
And
gonna
I'll do one more attack with the crossbow. Okay. 10.
10 does not hit. You hear it as the powerful twang of the short bow, the slap of the string against the bracer on your wrist. The arrow flies true, and the brief gust of wind catches it, flinging it into the rocks above you.
As for my bonus action, I'm going to shake my fist in the air and then take out my a chill charm and activate it for that.
All right, sweet.
Cool.
All right. Next up is this, if in case you didn't realize, Frost Druid. Who do they work for? I think we all know who they work for. Oh shit, where's my tab?
Well, if you can't find it, doesn't count.
Uday.
Yeah.
That's
She
who
works for
works
Yo Mama.
She works for Obey Uday in the middle of Waterdeep.
I think he's Andy Dufresne's friend.
Andy Dufresne's friend.
That Druid works for Umami Moistly.
Oh my god!
I will kick you off this server right now.
Mommy Moistly. We found her, guys. She can escape us.
Oh boy, that was worth it.
And Trafalgar left the game. I don't know why.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Damn!
Put you on probation.
Holy shit! I don't even. What the fuck?
Oh god.
Give me a second here. Hold on. Just give me a second.
Better?
James, you're on timeout, James.
I think I'm good now. All right, so you see this Frost Druid that's up on the cliff face. Gets hit by this arrow. The first one, they seem to shake off the damage that caused. They are maintaining concentration on their spell. You see their hands begin to swirl, and you see them chanting. It appears they are going to be casting another spell, and they'll be casting it right now. They are aiming this directly at. Let's see.
I think our friend
Shut up! Don't say it.
Valen.
Yeah, I know what
I
you're
think
going
our friend
to
Valen has a good old counterspell.
do.
You want me to counterspell her?
I don't know. It's up to you, buddy.
Well, what, I mean, I gotta figure out what she's doing first. I don't want to waste a spell on like magic missile. Let's just put it that way.
She is casting a spell targeting you, Valen.
Me?
Yes, you.
Hit yourself.
Oh, she wrecks yourself.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
That's right.
I'll go ahead and pop a counterspell.
What level?
I'm gonna do the good old fashioned 4th level spell slot. Actually, no, we'll just do a 3rd. That way I don't like kill myself. And then if I need to roll for it, I'll roll for it.
I do need you to roll for it.
Speaking of which, let me roll my 2 portent spells. My 2 portents.
Oh yeah, you gotta get those down.
Hey, Timmy.
Yep.
Would you
I've
like
got
to
a
be
t-
up close and personal
I
with
got a
that
16
enemy
and
of
a
ours?
14.
I would love nothing more than to be up close and personal.
Then we'll make that happen.
So is the spell a 3rd level or lower?
It's a 4th level. I need you to make a DC 14 intelligence check.
Okay. Gotta love a 11 plus 9.
Not a save though. A check. So what's your modifier on intelligence?
Plus 5.
Plus 5.
16.
All right, you do make it. You see a icy projectile forming in the air before them, beginning to shoot out towards you. You are looking directly into the cold, staring dead eyes of this druid, and you see your counter spell goes off, and this spell dissipates mid-air.
Hey, fuck you!
Yes.
That's my verbal. That's the verbal incantation. Fuck you!
Yes,
I like
Trafalgar, you're up.
Short and clear and to the point.
Okay, Trafalgar, I will walk up to... I don't need to walk up, he's right in front of me. I'm going to place my hand on Timmy, and I am going to cast... what level is that spell? 2nd level. I'm going to cast Vortex Warp, and I'm going to send Timmy up directly beside our enemy.
Bloop. Timmy is now directly beside the enemy.
But before we do that, are they like on the edge of like wherever they are, or are they like how far away from the edge of the rock, of the edge are they?
They're relatively secure, but it is about a 20-foot drop right there.
How far are they from the drop?
They're like on the edge. They are in the 5-foot area.
They are within 5 feet?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do before I cast the spell,
okay,
as my bonus action, since I'm not summoning my thing right now, as my bonus action, I am going to use Telekinetic Shove to push them off the edge.
All right.
And it uses my spell modifier, so that's a DC 17 save. Strength save.
Don't have great strength. Let's see if they can do it. That's a fail.
Great.
You see, through unseen and unknown forces, this frost druid, you see them looking down at you, and suddenly an invisible force just plows into them from behind, pushing them, and you watch them tumble down this slope, landing prone on the ground below.
Then I will place my hand on Timmy and cast Vortex Warp to move Timmy right in front of them while they're prone on the ground.
All right, and they're also going to take some damage off of that. Constitution check. That's a pass.
Have a nice trip. See you next fall.
Oh my god, you didn't.
It's funny because it's wintertime.
Timmy's right there. Is Timmy in front or behind or to the side?
We'll put Timmy right there where you put him to give
All right,
anybody
cool.
else so it doesn't block anyone else's view of the enemy. And then Trafalgar is going to sort of move like here so that not in view anymore.
Okay. Give me a perception check, Trafalgar, with disadvantage.
Perception disadvantage. That is going to be where's my perception? Bring up my sheet. Perception is a +5, so that's going to be 17.
17. Let me just measure something real quick. Okay, cool. Question for group. I said the tree was about right here, right?
What's he where?
Yeah, I think that's about right.
where like, I didn't hear where you described it earlier.
No, that's fine. It was about right there.
Where Trafalgar is?
No.
Oh.
Trafalgar's far away from the tree. However, okay. There's one that the tree can reach this turn. Searching out from where it was standing, Larry, you look behind you and you see that the tree that was once still covered in snow shakes and rumbles as it pulls its rooted feet free and charges towards you. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Looming over you now.
On any other day, that would seem strange.
This huge plant.
Right?
Next. There's almost a strange, like haunting melody in the air. Like the mix of bird song and pipes. And over the top of the party. Yeah, it's about 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
What the Sam Hill? Get away from me.
Over the party appears to be conjured in a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. You guys are subjected to a riotous hail of rock-hard ice pounding the ground. I need each of you within that circle to make dexterity saving throws.
Who's casting this?
I think I'm probably good.
I'm not very dexterous.
That is a 23 for me.
I got a 9.
18 for Trafalgar.
I'll burn one of my luckies to re-roll.
Did the Yingus Yangus next to me cast that, or?
16.
No, that one did not cast that.
What did the Jackal get?
11.
What's
right,
the DC?
Jackal, the DC is only 14, but the Jackal failed.
The Jackal does not fail. I get Flash of Genius to the Jackal.
Okay.
So add 5 to
Valen,
that.
didn't you already use your reaction? Oh, that was before your turn. No, you're good.
Not portents. Luckies do not count as actions, reactions, or saving throws. I just get to do it.
No, I know. What was your
He was
lucky?
talking to me for Flash of Genius.
It was a 16.
All right, 16 passes. So it looks like everybody actually ended up passing. That's fine. That's still going to take half damage. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That will be 0 for me because I have Shield Master.
That's right. You have evasion, basically.
Basically, yes.
All right. So that is going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage for everyone in the circle, except for you, Trafalgar.
Was that like after we've saved?
That's after you saved. Yeah, that's reduced by half.
I take that back. I can't use that. It's only for effects that target only me.
Okay.
So I would take half damage.
Right. And then the second roll, which was cold damage, was 22, which is halved to 11. And if you have resistance to that, that's halved again to 5.
I didn't do my thing. So what was the total damage?
11 and 10, so 21. And this is Ice Storm. It's a lovely druid spell.
We have another druid? Great.
The Hidden Druid.
I hate casters.
The druid hidden in the snow.
Yeah, Larry, did you roll for concentration?
I am doing that now. I took, after all the temporary hit points, I took a grand total of 1 point of damage. So that was
10.
15 total there, and I do have War. Yeah, I'm good. I've got Warcaster, so that's a 13.
Right.
Is it an action to use those charms, or is it a bonus action?
Bonus.
Depends on which one, I do believe.
The one I had with cold resistance.
Is it the walker one?
As an action.
It's an action?
Resist. Okay. Yeah. Valen, you're up, and Ubis, you're on deck.
Yay! All right.
Valen, you've seen a giant tree charge towards Larry. You are now standing in the effect of a moonbeam spell and the effect of an ice storm spell. So let's go ahead and address those right now. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Cold damage was 11.
That's a 9. I take 9. I rolled a 9.
Hey, Ubis, I think you're outside the range of that spell.
Yeah.
Oh, the ice
that's
storm.
right. Ubis is within the moonbeam, however.
Yeah.
Oh, so I didn't take the 10 damage from the bludgeoning?
Nope.
No, sorry, Ubis.
Oh. Can't kill me,
Let's
bro.
see here. 3d10, 4d10, 5d10. Okay. All right. Valen, you failed your save.
Mm-hmm.
You take 25 points of radiant damage
Ooh.
from the moonbeam.
This is bad.
Yep.
This is bad, yeah.
I have 1 HP left.
That's your most important HP, by the way.
Yep. This circle here, by the way, this circle does count as difficult terrain. So I'm going to go ahead and replace it with a drawn circle, like a dark blue, I guess. There, difficult terrain. However, it's not like a continuing effect. Select right there. Get rid of that. Okay. Can you see the circle?
Yeah. I mean,
So
the other one looked pretty difficult too, but you know.
Yeah, it looked pretty difficult too. All right, Valen, you're up.
All right.
I would advise you to move out of the moonbeam spell area.
Yeah, but you do you.
Yeah, you do you though.
I'll move here.
Okay.
So you said the ice storm is not persistent. It was just one attack.
It's just one. It's a one-time
like fireball.
Kind of like fireball. Only the difficult terrain part lasts until the end of the caster's next turn.
Okay.
I really don't want to do this, but I got no choice. Reach into my pouch and grab a potion of superior healing.
Okay.
Yes.
Down that 4d8 plus 8.
All right. That'll be your bonus action because that's how we're doing potions in this game. Campaign.
37 plus 8 is 40. 45, I believe.
Damn.
45 hit points regained.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
Pretty good.
That many? Holy shit.
Yeah. And then what else? Let me go ahead and remove that from my inventory. Come on, whatever. I'll pull out my wand of polymorph. And
Oh,
Go T-Rex! Go T-Rex!
yeah.
I could. But then I'd have to walk through
Wait, correct. Hold on one second though. Wait, superior healing is 8d4.
Yep. 8d4. Oh, I did 8d8.
Whoa!
Yeah, let me drop myself back down to 1.
Hold on. I got 21. I went ahead and rolled 8d4. I rolled 21 if you want to just use that.
Yeah,
plus 8, which would be 29.
thank you.
Still not bad. You're welcome.
My
All
brain
right, so
is jello.
you've been working all day.
No, not today. I've been dealing with other things.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and polymorph the no.
I believe that has a range of touch.
Polymorph does not.
Oh, it does
Not
not?
the wand.
No. Even the spell polymorph doesn't.
No.
What am I thinking then?
I'll go ahead and cast mirror image on myself.
All right.
So that way I can at least do that as an action. And I've wasted my bonus and I've wasted my reaction, so that's all I can do. And I will end my
You
turn.
I wouldn't
wasted
say
it.
you've wasted
I mean, dead.
anything.
Yeah, I'm not dead.
You ain't dead yet. Ubis, you're up.
You ain't
Jackal's
dead
on
yet.
deck. Ubis, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I hate you. Hold on. I'm coming. Oh, be good, be good, be good, be good, be good, be good. That is a 13.
That is a fail. You take 33 points of radiant damage.
Holy shit!
You shut your mouth.
What kind of uncasted moonbeam bullshit is that?
God.
Jesus jumping Christ on a pogo
What
stick.
the hell is going on here?
It's D10.
All right.
As my good friend Andy Dufresne would say, you're fucked.
He just comes in for color commentary every once in a while.
At the
I'll
end of
move
this,
right.
I know it's not the right voice, but I really want you to read "Go the fuck to sleep."
Is
All right, so
that
that's
assuming he's going to kill me? Assuming that's all my movement.
so you've got 30 foot of movement. So 5 to move in, 10 to move to the next one, 10 to the next. So you've got 25 feet, but that's about as far as you can go right there because it's difficult terrain right now. Yeah, you're there.
All right. Well, that son of a bitch, that druid. What should I do? I think I will. Goodness, I think I might just. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my spells again. I know I got a bunch of stuff, but I'm gonna turn invisible.
Okay. You are invisible.
Can I do a cantrip first and then use a spell?
So a cantrip as an action and then a bonus action spell, yeah.
Oh, it's not. Well, now the invisibility is an action.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead as a bonus action before I turn invisible. Cast Hex on the druid.
All right. They are hexed.
What you giving them disadvantage on?
He's already bad at strength. I guess I'll give him disadvantage on. I don't know, like Ooh, I know what I want to give him disadvantage on. What is it? What's my guiding bolt? Is it?
It
Dex?
doesn't affect savings throws, just checks.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh, it's checks.
yeah, it's like if you give them disadvantage on strength, it'd like suck for them for grappling, which they already suck at. If you give them disadvantage on wisdom, then they wouldn't be able to like perceive stuff, and give them disadvantage on charisma, they wouldn't, make friends.
I'll go with
Or you might not have.
wisdom.
All right, because if you gave them disadvantage on charisma, I mean, you might not even have to get them hooked on illegal drugs to get them to lose their livelihood. All right, so he's disadvantaged on wisdom. Okay. All right, Jackal, you're up.
Velen, I know you got some health from that. Do you need any more? I'm having trouble reading your numbers on the screen.
Don't worry about me right now. You do your thing. If I die, I die.
He's at 30 of 56.
Oh, that's a 3. It looked like 90, and I was like, that's wrong.
Like, if I drop, just, then worry about me. Otherwise, don't worry about me.
If you insist.
I do.
How far away are we from this druid?
You are approximately 45 feet.
Hey, I'm in range. And what's the big green thing?
That is an awakened tree.
My friend, the tree.
It's moving. It's tricky.
I like trees.
This one's an evil tree that's going to try to kill us.
There's a mouth on this tree, and it's like gnashing wooden splintery teeth. Sticky sap saliva. Like a toothpick.
If we kill it, I'm going to try and eat some.
Your teeth will be so clean.
That's cool. Works for my dogs.
All right, what you doing?
So I've got this spell, Anti-Life Shell.
Okay.
It gives me a 10-foot radius buffer, keeping out creatures other than undead and constructs. No, that's not going to help with the Ent, the awakened tree.
I mean, if it comes at you, it will.
It's coming right at me.
Yeah, and this thing might have like a bigger reach, perhaps. No, that would keep anything from getting close to you. It would, yes.
Okay. No, I was. Do you have a suggestion? I was looking at that and I was thinking that's one I've not used that I could try and use. I like to try and use new spells and stuff that I've never used before, just for the hell of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking at that. What do you suggest?
Let me look at your character sheet.
I mean, I don't
kick
think
you out of your character sheet.
Oh, man.
Ubis is probably going to need Raised Dead here in a minute.
Shut up. I got half my hit points.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh, shit, no! Cast Blight!
Blight?
On the tree.
On the tree!
I don't think. Let's see if you have that prepared. You do have that prepared. It's a 4th level spell.
Cast Blight on that motherfucker.
Oh, that'll hurt it.
8d8 necrotic damage.
It does double damage against plants.
Yeah.
And you have a fucking 18 DC. Jesus.
It's 33. It's a 30-foot range. Just gotta get a little bit over.
Alrighty. How far am I from that? 35. Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay. What are you laughing about? I don't like
so
that.
you cast Blight on this awakened tree. Let me read a little about this tree. Well, hold on. You don't even need to roll for that. Let me tell you a little something here. Let me read to you from the spell description. I love this. If you target a plant, creature, or a magical plant, it makes the saving throw with disadvantage. So it rolled a 19, but it also rolled a 13. So that's a fail. Second thing, if you target a plant or magical creature, it makes a saving throw with disadvantage, yada, yada, yada. And the spell deals maximum damage to it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, Jackal, you raise your hand, you cast Blight at this huge awakened tree looming over top of Larry. And you watch as this necrotic miasma spreads over the branches and leaves and bark, melting through the snow. Crushed on its branches. You watch this tree seize up like some sort of seizure before it topples to the side and to the ground, quite obviously fucking dead. You have killed the tree. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Over and goes, that was badass.
That was a great idea, Wes. Thanks. I've never used that one before. I like it.
It's a good one.
That was actually James that suggested it.
Was it James? Thanks, James.
Yes, it was. You're welcome.
That's a great idea.
Okay. Next, charging from behind these rocks over here, somewhat anticlimactically because they rolled so fucking poorly on their initiative. You see a large fucking mammoth appearing from off to the side. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. Oh. It's able to make it a little bit far. It wouldn't have been able to do it with the tree still alive, but it's crunching down over the fallen branches of the tree.
Man, Larry's experiencing some emotional whiplash here.
Wow.
Larry, you watch this tree charge up to you. It's gaping, a wooden maw, dripping sap. And you see... Yeah. And you...
This is like an actual like gang, like is there like the specter like dwarf thing that like Timmy's fighting and the tree and like the mammoth, like are they all just like in cahoots, or are they just all like show at the same time, like ironically?
I think the mammoth is mad that we killed its friend.
Yeah. You in fact you hear the mammoth. You hear grumbles from the mammoth. You killed my tree friend, motherfucker. I'm gonna drop on you.
That's my kissing tree.
Larry, this tree. Yeah, it's my scratching tree, son of a bitch. This mammoth charges into you and strikes out at you with a gore attack with its tusks. That is a 26 to hit.
There's nothing I can do about that. wait.
Okay.
He has disadvantage on any attacks on me because of the blur, though.
Yeah. Let's see. 26 or 23?
Okay, cool. I am going to use my baby shield for that guy. So that will make my armor class 24.
Okay. He swings his tusks at you, and you manage to dodge out of the way.
It's not so much a dodge, but like as he's coming, first like the tree goes down, and Larry's like, "Well, timber!" Oh fuck! As this other thing like comes straight at him, and he's actually a little bit like flat-footed there. But as it comes in, the Fae kind of like swarm around him and create sort of this like cushion of air kind of stuff. And as it hits the cushion, it just like scooches him back, like it like leaves those prints in the snow as he like slides back, and then it makes this like cracking noise as it just like pulls him just out of range.
Nice. All right, sweet. Next up is Rhaegar. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I think, you think, let's see. Oh, that's a good question. Is Rhaegar going to go after the Mammoth? Or is he going to go after the Druid that's on the ground at Timmy's feet?
I mean, it's a prone enemy on the ground.
He's going after the Mammoth because
I'm gonna roll.
That's
all right?
fair.
He's definitely going after the Mammoth.
He goes after the Mammoth. Odd, he goes after the Druid, but he soulfully looks back at the Mammoth like wishing that he'd gone that way. All right, so that's even. It's a 6. So what did I say? Even?
Mammoth.
So 5, 10, 15.
I hate to be that guy, but is that still difficult terrain between him and the Mammoth?
It is.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't make any sense for him to go after the Mammoth, would it?
He's going to rage first and then use action and double move and his movement to get to the Mammoth.
And since when do Rhaegar's decisions make sense?
Yeah, this is true. So 5 foot, 10 foot, 10 foot, and then 20 foot. He's going to jump over Ubis. So he's got a running long jump that's like what is his running long jump? It's like fucking 20 feet. Still counts as movement, but it's not impacted by difficult terrain. Haha.
And then he just slides into the back of Larry's legs.
40. 10, 15, 20. So 20, 45. Yeah, and he skids over and slides over next to you, Larry, looking up at the Mammoth, and he says something witty, as Rhaegar would.
I wouldn't go that far, but yes, me being Rhaegar's best friend, since we traveled forever, he would definitely go after the Mammoth because it's the biggest thing there.
Yep.
And he's not smart.
Larry, you're up.
But it's witty in his head. All right, so so as Rhaegar comes sliding up, Larry just goes, "Oh, all right, cool, you got this then." And bonus action, his face swarm is going to become pointy. As I cast Thorn Skin, but it's really more like like just icicle cloud, I guess. All right, so then I assume this guy's got some cold stuff on him, so I am going to Daisy's going to do her thing where like everything's kind of blurry with him, so she uses the help action to give him advantage on this, and I'm going to go for Booming Blade on this guy. Rhaegar's here now, so that's a problem, but that's cool. That's cool. So that is a nat 20 is what that is. So
very nice.
Well, I get to roll 3 dice, so that's pretty cool. All right, so this is a total of 10, 22, 44. Does he have cold resistance or anything?
No.
Oh, he doesn't?
Not.
Oh, weird. Okay, so let's see.
Actually, Mammoth have cold resistance.
Hold on, let me.
You would think it would.
Yes, it has cold resistance. We're gonna roll that. Doesn't make any fucking sense for it not to.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'll cut that.
Wizards of the Coast.
So I'll cut that in half. So that's a total of 51 points of damage.
Oh, is that all? 51 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah, and then I am going to let's see. I feel like I'm going to assume everybody else is up here close to the Mammoth, and Rhaegar's right here, and it looks like Timmy's down there by himself with the Druid. So I figured out that I can move pretty much about this far to sort of like get up to that rock right there.
Okay.
And when I move, I'm not disengaging.
All right, so he's going to make an attack of opportunity with disadvantage.
Mhm.
That is a 23 to hit.
Ooh, wow. So I am going to actually burn my cutie mark shield on that.
Okay.
Let me do that. So that's going to make that miss, and he's going to take an additional 4 points of damage from the thorn shield there.
Sweet.
And when I blow the cutie mark, I'm going to go ahead and use its thing and use up one of my hit dice. So that is a odd number. So I just gave myself 5 temporary hit points from that.
All right, sweet.
So now I ended the round with more hit points than I started with. Okay, cool.
Not bad. Not bad. Timmy, you're up.
All right.
And the Druid's next.
Timmy's going to take out the hammer and just start beating on this Druid.
All right, you get advantage because they are prone at your feet. Or at your knees. Timmy's wide, but not tall.
That is a 16.
15 hits.
Sorry, I got thrown off by our Discord chat.
Memes you guys are posting.
It's ridiculous. Anyway. 2d6. God. That's 18 points damage.
All right.
And then my second attack. That's 10.
10 misses.
Cool.
They're squirming around on the ground at your feet, trying to avoid this giant fucking hammer that you're swinging at them. Not managing to do that very well.
And
all right.
I don't think there's nothing else I want to do for my bonus or anything. So yeah, that's good. 18 is fine.
Okay.
Okay. Also, when I used Booming Blade on the Mammoth, it created enough static electricity to make it all that fur kind of frizzy.
Oh, it is super fucking frizzy. It is like poop. All right, so it's 2 Constitution saves that thing had to make. Concentration checks, excuse me. The Druid had to make. They passed both of them just fucking barely. Now, question for the group. Let me read to you from the spell description from Moonbeam. On each of your turns after you cast this spell, you can use an action to move the beam up to 60 feet in any direction. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Also, description from the spell of Moonbeam. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames.
Are you asking? Are you asking if you can laser satellite multiple people in the path?
Oh, absolutely.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so too.
No.
So it's going to be, let's see, 60 feet.
It's like Spirit Guardians.
10, 15. That's Ubis. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45,
No. It's like Spirit Guardians.
What? No, it's not.
No,
It doesn't move.
You can totally move Moonbeam around.
Yeah.
But what does it say again?
It does. No, Spirit Guardian says at the beginning of their turn they take it, whereas Moonbeam says at the beginning of a turn or during a turn, not necessarily.
Specifically, what Moonbeam says is that you can, as an action, you can move it, and let's see.
I think
to move the beam up to 60 feet in any direction. It says when a creature enters the spell area for the first time, or on a turn, or it starts this turn. They take the damage.
Yeah, so on a turn, so it's not on
So
their
it's
turn.
it's the druid's turn. If they want to move the moonbeam around the map, I mean, technically, they can do that.
Sage advice for the win. You are correct, Ubis. I cannot kill you somehow.
Damn it! I thought that would be great. I like moonbeam satellite laser.
No.
So that language. So for everyone involved, so the language for entering the spell's area, that is actually where where the target moves into it or is moved into it, not for when the area of effect is moved.
I was
over
invisible anyway, so you don't know where I am.
Oh, that's right. You are invisible. However, at the start of Timmy and Larry's next turns, they will be having to make saving throws. So that was their action.
A reaction to that.
What's that?
I have a Mage Slayer reaction. So if anyone, if a creature within 5 feet casts a spell, I can hit it in the face.
Yay!
Okay, they've already cast a spell. They've just moved it.
Oh, right.
Okay. The next thing that they are going to do.
Hey, Timmy. This light really accentuates your physique there. Like, really stretches the lines. It's a good look for you.
Turn back and be like, oh, thank you.
He starts doing poses like.
Nice. All right. Timmy, you are going to get that chance to make that attack because they are going to go ahead and do a little spell. Well, let's see. Ooh, there's all these different new options for AoE stuff. They're going to drop that right over top of the two that are closest to them because honestly, you guys are the most dangerous to them right now. In this moment, I need you, Timmy, and you, Larry, to both make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Is it a concentration spell?
It is not.
Oh, okay.
10.
10 is a fail. Larry?
19.
19 is a pass. Larry, you will take half of this.
Hold on, what is the DC?
DC is 14.
Nope, sorry, I can't do it. You're too far away.
Yep. That is going to be 2d8 and 4d6. So 2d8 bludgeoning. That is 11 points bludgeoning. And 21 points of cold.
What spell is this?
Ice Storm.
Okay, so 11 points of bludgeoning reduced to 5, right?
Yes, because you passed your save.
Right, and how much cold again?
For cold damage, it is 21 points, which is reduced to 10 for passing your save, and then further reduced for resistance to cold.
Right, so total of 5. Okay, got it.
Yep.
So it's a total of 3-2?
So Timmy, you failed, so you're going to take 32 points of damage total.
Oof.
And 20 on my concentration check.
All right, cool. That's a pass. Oh God, you know what? I screwed up.
Oh, the movement was an action, so you can't.
So it's still there. So,
Ah.
you know what would be better? Eeny, meeny, miny. No, that's why I like sorcerers because you can.
Yeah, you cheese that
around. All right, well,
twin spell.
Timmy, you did not take fucking 32 points of damage, Timmy.
Yay.
You still have all your hit points. They did not cast anything else. Do they have any fucking thing they can do as a bonus action? I don't know. I ask myself. I did not build this encounter before.
They can cry as a bonus action.
Well, cast something as a bonus action so Timmy can smack them in the face.
Moonbeam is an action to move.
It's an action to move, so I only have a bonus action. So the Ice Storm does not work. So I'm going to give it back a 4th level spell slot.
They have like a
and
healing
everything
word.
else. Well, let's see here.
Don't forget
you know
to
what?
put the difficult
Healing
terrain
word.
back.
Well, the other one disappeared at the end of the next one's turn. So 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4. All right, you see them. They're going to cast healing word on themselves. You're going to get back some hit points. Timmy,
Spell. Just kidding. I don't have that.
All right, bud.
they cast a spell right in front of you. You have a reaction attack to use if you choose.
Does Timmy yell counterspell whenever he does this?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
15 points of damage. Shiv him.
that's funny.
Make your attack there, sir.
It's hilarious. Counterspell a healing word. That's great.
You there, Timmy?
Timmy.
Is my turn?
Timmy.
The druid cast a spell, so you can smack them in the face now.
Oh, sweet.
And you didn't take any damage.
Yep, no damage.
He cast a healing word.
Okay. All right. Take that hammer to the face.
Oh, jeez.
That is.
All right, what's your attack roll?
14.
14 does hit. Roll some damage, and I believe that they're going to make this concentration check with disadvantage, correct?
Oh yeah, with the
Mage
the
Slayer.
Mage Slayer. Yeah, cool.
Is that all of his attacks, or only when he
When he hits,
attacks
when he hits
when they
with the Mage
cast the
Slayer
spell?
attack, I do believe. God, I
I
almost
just
put that
wasn't
on
sure
one
if
of my
Mage
characters.
Slayer
It's been
affected
a
all
while.
of his attacks because he had Mage Slayer, or if that
Let's
was
take a look.
just specifically for.
I think it's just the special one.
That's
I like how the
12.
DM doesn't know what he's doing.
It's all. When you damage a creature that's concentrating on a spell, the creature has disadvantage on the saving throw it makes to maintain its concentration.
Every time? Wow.
Mage
Wow.
Slayer is badass.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
12. So it's 12 points of damage with 1 point of cold damage.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this with disadvantage. That's an 11. That passes. And there was other attacks. So you did. There was 3. There was 2. There was. I'm sorry. There was 1. DC 10 concentration check I had to make earlier that I did not make with disadvantage. And I passed. Let's see. Let me roll it again. That's a pass too. Okay. Moonbeam is still up. Trafalgar, you're up.
Okay. One second. All right. So as my action, I am going to summon my arcane turret in force ballista mode.
Okay. Let me throw up a token on that. Get rid of the search term that I had saved in there. There we go. Where you want it to be?
We will put it.
Here's the exclamation mark. Exclamation mark is your deal.
Okay. We'll summon it on top of this rock here in
Okay.
tiny form.
Okay.
Bonus action, I will. Let's see. Did he pass his concentration check on Timmy's attack?
You did.
Okay. I feel like Rhaegar is going to be okay right now, so I'm going to Force Ballista the Druid.
All right. Make your attack roll.
That's going to be... Did he get up, or is he still on the ground?
He stood up.
Okay.
Can you push him into his own moonbeam?
I like that.
I mean,
That's not fun.
It can only push him in the direction it's firing at him.
Oh,
so
shit. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Can he like grab his head and like push it into the moonbeam?
I mean, technically, yeah.
His strength is garbage, so yeah.
That is going to be... Where's my thing? Action... No, spells plus 9 now. 26.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, that's gonna be. I just got another D8 around here somewhere. Where'd it go? Here it is. Ooh, 6, 5, 11, 2 is 13. 13 points of force damage, and he can't be pushed because he's up against the wall.
All right, sweet. You see the druid,
or is that spot by Timmy like right here? Is that rock or is that open space? Okay.
Knocks him all back to that space.
So he gets shoved 5 feet, and then I'm going to end my turn there.
All right, sweet. Next up is the druid that you haven't seen yet.
What?
There's more than one, more than 2.
Yeah, there sure is.
I thought you didn't have anything prepared today, Jason.
No, this is all on the fly, man.
Oh, great.
And the next druid will also be on the fly.
Yeah.
Let's see.
When he wild shapes into a fly.
Range is 300 feet, so yeah, that's not bad.
Not bad.
But the mammoth is also going to take damage from that.
Not
So
now.
he's attacking his friend. All right, ass.
But oh shoot, is that Shiva there?
Shiva, no!
Oh no!
Hold on. Before everyone jokes about me killing Shiva,
in her summoned pocket. I have not resummoned.
yes,
her, to be fair.
I put Shiva and Bubo out on the map, but I didn't ask anybody. I just put them out there just in case.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just good. Shiva's not there. She's somewhere, but she's not there. All right, I need everybody. Yeah, she's in your ass. Everybody inside the circle to make a dexterity saving throw.
I am literally 1 5-foot square away.
What is this? Is this Ice Storm again?
This is Ice Storm again.
Okay.
That is a natural 20.
If I'm invisible, it doesn't.
Total of 22.
If I'm invisible, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, you're still getting
no.
hit by it.
You're still getting,
Can
they
I get
weren't
a
aiming
boost,
for you.
James?
What's that?
Can I get a boost?
Yeah. How much did you fail it by?
I rolled 10.
Yeah, I'll give you 5.
Thank you.
Am I within 30 feet of you?
I can only give it to one person.
Oh,
He can't
sure.
see you.
Oh,
Right.
phew.
You're invincible.
Yeah, also cannot see you.
What is it? A deck save?
It's a dex save. DC is 14.
Although when the sleet storm comes down, everybody can clearly see where you are. So
It's where the hail is not hammering the ground.
yeah,
It's where it's bouncing off of something in midair.
All hail.
and where the ouch sound is coming from.
I got it. I'm good.
All right, cool. I think everybody passed their save on that with a little help from their friends. So instead of 25 points of damage, it's going to be instead of 10 points of damage, it's going to be 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 7 points of cold damage. Unless you're resistant to cold, in which case you're going to take half that.
Let's see.
And I will nickel and
So,
dime you as
eight.
much as I can.
8
Mhm.
damage.
What was the total on that?
12.
25 total, reduced to 12.
8 for me.
Or 8 if you have cold resistance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Rhaegar does.
So that was 8 points, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also Rhaegar had advantage on
Or
that
no, I
save
don't
and took
have it.
half
What is
from
it?
bludgeoning.
What is the half again? I'm sorry.
It's 12, James.
12, thank you.
So what happens if you move through it? Do you still get pelted?
No,
was
it only
it was
lasts
like
for a moment.
fireball, basically.
Gotcha.
Yep, but it is difficult terrain. If I can draw a circle.
And it remains that way for the
Until
foreseeable
the
future?
druid's next turn.
James, did you roll for your?
I did. It got an 18.
So it still takes half that damage.
Yeah, well, it has 45 hit points, so it's alive.
Well, yeah, it's still alive.
So now Rhaegar would have only taken 5 points from all that because he also has resistance to the bludgeoning.
This is true, but he did not. He did not go into a rage because he would have lost it because he couldn't attack anyone last turn.
He didn't punch himself in the face?
Really? Weird.
Did he not get attacked?
He didn't get attacked. Not yet.
He ran at a mammoth without raging.
I mean,
I don't know. Maybe
He ran at that mammoth in joy.
If he had raged last turn, he would still be in his rage because his turn hasn't come around again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
He's still raging, and he just took damage from the spell, so that continues his rage.
Well, I mean, that's true, but
2 points there.
I think we should allow Rhaegar some personal growth, and maybe he didn't rage right away.
No,
maybe he's learning to manage his emotions.
I said he raged and then ran after.
Oh, that's right. You did. He
raged. We're no more retcons. Leia, she flew through space like Mary Poppins. We're not changing it.
I feel like he missed an opportunity for personal growth, but okay.
Valen, you're up.
All right.
There's a
do the thing.
Frost Druid and another Frost Druid who's far away.
Messaged me.
Yeah, I did. I thought you would have seen it.
No. I'm a bad friend. Yeah.
If you want. You don't have to.
I'm an inattentive partner.
Yeah, I don't see it. Did you send it?
I sent it to you on Discord.
That's my problem. All right, there you are. Yep, already. Yeah, that was what I was actually gonna try and do.
Okay.
Great minds think alike. So I move up 5 feet. Misty Step on the other side of the rock, and then turn the wand on myself and say,
"Don't do it!
Don't let this kill my friends." And then I will polymorph my ass into a T-Rex.
Yes.
So not a female mammoth?
Ooh, no. That could go very wrong.
We'll have time for that later.
So here's the thing. All right. Does my spell mirror image? Okay. Now it says that I create 3 duplicates of myself. It's a constant. It literally lasts.
It does.
It literally has no concentration. So there's now 4 T-Rexes. Looks like there's 4, but there's not. But
the mirror image, that's hilarious.
Yep. And then I will move up onto the woolly Mammoth. And I am going to multi-attack this bitch.
And then immediately go extinct in the Ice Age.
we got an awesome prehistoric battle going on here.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fucking good.
Battle of the dinosaurs.
All right, so go ahead and roll a d20 plus 10 for the hit, and then you don't even have to come up right next to it. Your reach is 10 feet. So
I know, but I want to be on its ass.
All right, so you
have just
25.
a T-Rex on its
20
frame
hits.
here in the tundra of Icewind Dale.
Did you say pounds its prey? I don't know if that's what we were going to do with the T-Rex. Is that what we were doing with the T-Rex?
Hounds,
So-
sir. Get your
When you
mind
say
out of the gutter.
When you repeat yourself and say pound multiple times, I don't understand.
I get 2 attacks.
Pound.
2 attacks, okay.
Yep.
Just
So
for that,
making 2 bite
no more
attacks
Rand
onto it. So
narrating
let me
the
roll
game.
for the second attack.
Okay. All right, so 25 hits. Yep.
Plus 10. Does a 15 hit? Yeah, it does.
15 does hit. So that's going to be 4d12,
Yes.
3d8, and 14.
Huh?
So if you just wanted to click the little buttons to roll.
No. Oh, yeah, well, sorry. Why can't I see its
If it helps,
monsters stats?
No, go into your extras,
Okay.
manage extras,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you add an extra under the category, you can choose
Wild shape?
it used to have it in there.
Should I do miscellaneous?
Here, I
guess
can.
you can do it as a pet.
Got it.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I did miscellaneous.
Yeah, and then you can pull up the stats for the T-Rex.
So here's for the first bite.
Plus 10 to hit.
And then for the second.
Ooh.
Woo! Shit.
So also I have mirror image. So if it tries to hit me, at least I get to roll a d20 to be like, no, bitch, you hit the wrong T-Rex.
You hear it. You go ahead.
I was going to say, just a heads up, because I've done this before. The multi-attack is bite and tail, and you can't bite and tail attack the same target at the same time.
Correct. So do I only get one?
You only get one.
Okay, so then it'd be the 20-something.
Yeah,
For
21.
the first hit then.
Okay.
The lower, 21.
If that other druid were in range, you could have attacked that.
I tail whip Trafalgar. No, I'm joking.
All right.
It turned me into a psychopath.
Oh man. All right. So now,
for you.
Yeah. At first I was going to say the mammoth is now grappled and restrained. It's not, because it's not a medium or small creature.
Yeah.
But it just got a big ass chunk bitten out of it.
Oh yeah, you hear it going, "What the fuck are you, son of a bitch, motherfucker!" It's very dirty mouth. Very dirty mouth on this thing. I don't believe when you're polymorph that you can speak, sir. So shush. Uvis, you're up and invisible.
Okay, I'm gonna move over here. And you said the druid is upright now?
Yes, she is upright.
Okay.
She's upright here.
I will go ahead and Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Blast.
Roll some attack rolls.
2 times. First one is a 19.
Hits.
And the second one is a even better. Is a 26.
They both hit. Roll some damage.
So that is 2d10. Let's see, each one.
And I believe you have Hex active on this one as well, don't you?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Is it? Doesn't do anything extra, does it?
Extra D6 per hit.
Extra what?
Extra D6 of necrotic per hit.
Is it per each hit?
Yeah, for each hit.
Yeah, for each hit.
Okay, so 14 for the first one. That's just the Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Can you hear my roommate?
Yep.
Second one is 15.
Okay.
Add those D6s so we know what the concentration check looks like.
Yeah, I need that.
Yep.
I've already rolled the checks. I know what it needs to be.
And here's 2 more. See what I got. It's garbage. So 4.
All right, so the first one goes to the first roll, which made that 15 points of damage. The second one goes to the second roll, making it 18. She passes both her concentration checks.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to heal myself for. Let's see, what am I down to now? I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to do 3d6s. That helps me. Hopefully I roll better than what I just rolled. Okay, heal myself for 11.
Okay.
And then, obviously, I'm invisible now. So, I guess I will scurry. I'll stay there. Why not? I'm done.
Okay. Jackal, you're up.
Me. Let me see.
That dinosaur looks tasty.
Yeah. Is there anything I can do to get rid of this storm on top of us?
It's gonna go away. Right now there's no storm over top even now. The ice storm, all the hailing of ice has fallen and hitting the ground. It has made the ground difficult terrain. However, it's no longer causing any damage of any sort. It's just making it harder to move around. It will disappear at the end of the unseen druid's next turn.
All right, so I'm looking, and all I'm seeing is the druid and the mammoth.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, a delicious-looking Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, all I'm seeing is allies on the map. Aside from that, that one sucks. Let's find a better spell. Oh, I have 5th level spells now. Hell yeah!
Earlier on, did the mammoth speak, or was that my imagination?
Oh no, it spoke.
So the mammoth spoke, but the T-Rex can't.
Right.
That's evolution in action right there.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
It's an awakened mammoth.
You know what? Can I try blight on him to see what it does to an animal instead of a plant?
Sure, yeah. Now, Jackal would know that this spell would probably make the meat inedible.
Oh. Man. You just ruin all my fun. Am I supposed to feed myself with this kind of discrimination anyways?
There's really nothing in the game that would make that make sense. Just, I mean, yes, you can do blight. You can do blight.
That's a lot of meat there. Some of it'll still be good.
Some of it'll still be good, yeah.
I'm just giving you crap.
All right. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Maybe not the best. No, the mammoth does.
Okay.
It's not the best save to target a mammoth with. They rolled a 24. So they passed the save, so they're going to take half damage of that 8d8.
What, with blight?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I like that Jackal's experimenting, though. Like,
Yeah.
that worked well on the tree. Let's see how it works on the mammoth.
Yeah, well, I've never played a cleric before, and I've never been this level before, and I've never had any of these spells, so I don't know what any of them do.
Yeah,
So
I mean, if you have the opportunity to experiment on a mammoth, you really should. I mean, it'd be a
You
shame
really
to
should,
pass it
yeah.
up.
All right, so
I
half of
feel like the mammoth is going to turn back into a person once it loses enough hit points.
Agreed.
is it though?
No, I
I
don't think
will
so.
help. I think
I
it's
mean,
an awakened one.
It could be awakened. I thought it was
stroke
another
a tree,
druid.
though.
Mm,
Say it's got pretty tusks.
you
Oh,
got pretty tusks.
No, hold on, I put the wrong thing in.
oh yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Has it died?
Not yet, no. Jackal, you do anything else on your turn?
You know what? I do have the Is it resistant to cold damage?
No.
I think we decided it was.
Oh, yes, we did. Yes, it is. Thank you.
Mm.
And then you yelled at the makers of D&D about it.
Oh, no, I don't call that part.
Hasn't had too
I
much
believe
whiskey
it was
yet.
D&D Beyond he yelled at.
No,
D&D
okay.
Beyond he yelled at.
Specific.
Something like that. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Then I will
Cut that.
summon my spiritual weapon over by the druid.
Can't do a bonus action leveled spell, having used a leveled spell as your action.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought since it was bonus action, it was still good. All right.
No,
Yeah.
it's-
No, that's it.
Oh, the mammoth of the hour. What are they gonna do? They had Goliath charge up to them. But they also had a giant fucking T-Rex charge up to them. I think we all know where this is heading for the mammoth. Let me go ahead and give them a wisdom check to see if they know. That's a natural one. They don't fucking know where this is heading. So they're just gonna keep this going here. They're gonna keep it going. They are going to. That's a nat 1, though. All right. Well, so they're going to actually run away. So 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. Hold on. So
Opportunity.
Rhaegar and the T-Rex get opportunity attacks.
Oh.
Oh yeah, opportunity attack for the win.
Let's see.
Rhaegar will go
Rhaegar.
wreck.
Some hind haunches.
Rhaegar will go reckless on this attack.
All right. So the Rhaegar hits and does some damage.
And don't forget his rage.
Oh, poor
I
Lullaby.
did not. And the T-Rex,
Got a 20 to hit.
dirty 20. All right.
And
What's the
dealt
damage?
really low. It's really low. 21.
Ooh.
He's got a
Not
big
quite
old
enough.
honking piece of mammoth ass in his mouth.
Almost enough. So the mammoth runs 20 feet away from you, and both are like, he's going to run away
He's
now.
coming
No,
back.
he turns around, and he charges back 5, 10, 15, 20 feet directly at the Tyrannosaurus Rex. He's going to make an attack with his goring attack. That's a 17 to hit. That hits. I need the T-Rex to give me a DC 18 strength saving throw, please.
Okay.
You need it from who?
The T-Rex.
So I'm
It
just gonna
shouldn't
roll
be
a
too
strength
hard with a 25 strength.
critical.
And that okay. So yeah, it passes that. So that's going to be
My little T-Rex arms grab onto his tusks.
your T-Rex, little T-Rex arms grab on it, and he does scratch you with his giant fucking tusks, and he pokes you in the eye with his trunk. He's like, "You fucker," and other things. I don't fucking know.
Not my tiny
But
eye.
You do take 27 points of damage, like it matters because you polymorphed.
Well, I mean, it's good to note the damage.
Yes.
All right.
I've already.
Where do I add the? You just tell me when it breaks. That'll be much better. You just go, oh, it pops, because I ain't trying to make notes right now. All right,
Now,
fine. Fuck it, I'll go on my notes.
It is a concentration spell.
Oh,
What is
Polymorph.
polymorph?
Mhm.
Probably, because I mean it was cast with the wand, so.
Yeah.
So you would be concentrating on it.
Doom, 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 doom,
So
doom,
you make a.
So you need to make a concentration check.
All right,
Yeah, make a 13.
That's an 8.
Oh.
You know what I'll do? I'll burn a lucky.
I mean, it would be pretty hilarious if suddenly Valen is just like holding onto one of the tusks and dangling from it.
14
Yeah.
concentration check.
So you pass.
Yeah.
You know, because you know what would have happened if you failed that. Valen would have been making the strength saving throw, not the T-Rex.
Oh gosh.
So
19.
we would have had a mammoth stomping on Valen instead of trying to knock down the T-Rex. All right. Who wants to roll a d20 for Rhaegar on his turn, on his attack against the T-Rex?
He's going
Who wants to do
reckless.
that?
He'll go
He's going
reckless.
He's going reckless, so it gets 2
Can
d20s.
we point out that this is just a really weird D&D session?
What's that?
Like, it's just
James,
a-
you want to roll?
Sure.
It's a weird
2
D&D
D20s.
session.
It is a weird.
2d20s, all right.
We got trees and T-Rexes and mammoths. And
One is a 17, the other is a 14.
Hits.
Nah, this is a modern day.
Well, and it's plus, so
Yeah. It hits.
Yeah. So that's 16 points of damage. So how does Rhaegar do this? I think in the tradition of Rhaegar would leap onto its back, stepping downward with the sword, cleaving its head off, and ripping its corpse to the ground. Correct?
Yeah,
and yes,
but he might whispers Crom's blessings on it as it goes down to usher it off to its next life.
What's that animated TV show, Primeval or whatever, where it's like the caveman runs around with the T-Rex?
It's primal, right?
Primal, yeah. So this is a primal scene. He's like screaming, screaming to the air as the T-Rex is behind him screaming too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that works.
I like it. That's a good scene.
As far as other things that Rhaegar's going to do in his turn, he can't make
rip
it
the tusk off.
Druid. Yeah, he's going to rip a tusk off. Yeah, he's ripped a tusk off. Let's give him a strength check.
With advantage.
With advantage, yes. I'm going to do... it doesn't matter, we can do... would it be in athletics? I suppose it would.
Yeah.
All right, and advantaged, so I had to roll it twice. 19, yeah, he rips that fucking tusk right off.
and beats it to death with it.
Yeah, that sounds about like Rhaegar to me.
He throws the tusk and the T-Rex instinctively runs after it.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually go into the inventory right now.
Amazing! I love that. That is you can't do better than that.
Oh man, that's great. I'm gonna go ahead and add Mammoth Tusk to Rhaegar's character sheet. One of those. How much is a Mammoth Tusk? Like 30 pounds, I reckon. I don't know. We're gonna add that shit though.
He can carry
There we go. There we go. Larry, you're up. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah, I guess I will. Getting some Flintstone vibes here with the Constitution saving throw is 15.
15 passes. You're still going to take half this.
Oh, cool. Okay.
35 points of radiant damage, halved to
17.
17.
Math.
All right.
17.
Make my concentration check here. I'm good. 19 on my concentration.
All right, very good. And you're up.
And I am up. Okay, so like back against the wall there, Timmy on one side. I'm gonna scooch out of the spell effect there, and just say, are you sure about this? You know, you've got an opportunity to rethink this, and Daisy's going to do her thing where she rallies the troops to make everything look funky so she can't tell where the attack's coming from to give me advantage on it. And let's see. I don't know, just because it's cold and I doubt she's gonna, or he, or whatever is gonna move. I doubt they're gonna move. I'll do like a green flame blade this time, just because fire is probably offensive. Oop, that was not a 20 set of dice. Okay, so that's like 15, 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Cool. And that will be. Let's see. 10, 25 plus 25 plus 5 is 30 plus 4 points of cold, however that pans out. You have to cut that in half. So it's 30 plus 4 points of cold. Fair resistance,
All right.
I get stuff. And then I am going to then where the hell did I put everything? Oh my god. I've lost my here we go. Sorry, too many screens up. And then I'm just going to then back up 5 feet, just like right back there, without disengaging.
Larry, as you cut into this frost druid, how do you want to do this?
Well, when I rolled in, I said, "Are you sure you want to do this? It's not too late to change your mind." And then I stabbed the fuck out of them and like light them on fire.
Surrender.
And then they kind of, they just catch on fire and then just like fall to the ground in the snow. And as Larry like pedals back 5 feet ready for the next thing, it just goes, "Oh shit. All right."
Yeah. You hear her whispered voice as she spits blood in your general direction. My life for the Frostmaiden. And she stills at your feet. Moonbeam disappears.
Not at my feet. I moved away. It's at Timmy's feet.
Timmy's knees. She is dead at the ground on the ground.
Okay, cool. Did we track the location of the other druid at all?
Oh no, you did not.
Then I would like to. That was an action movement. I really don't have much left. That was only like 10 feet that I moved. I didn't use a bonus action yet, so I guess. Fuck, and they were right there. Where have we not been yet? All right, I'm going to use the rest. That was like 5 feet, so like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, like 30 feet will get me just right about there, and I'm going to use my bonus action to hide with my Mask of the Wild stuff, where I can just hide in inclement weather, which is ridiculous. And that is a 29 on my stealth.
Oh, is that all?
Wait, nope. I think it's more than that. Hang on. Is my stealth still that? No, stealth is plus 13 now. So no, that's a 32 on my stealth.
Whew. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, with all the blur going around, Larry just becomes one with the weather.
Okay.
That is it for me.
Timmy, you're up. There's still an unknown druid somewhere in this area.
Damn. All right. Well, Timmy's going to at least run towards the screaming T-Rex.
Okay.
And just for like shits and giggles, Timmy's going to throw a javelin at it.
At the what?
At the T-Rex.
Okay.
And all right, this should be fun. Oh wow, it's a dirty 20. No, it's 22.
That hits the T-Rex. Valen, you feel in your muddled mental state, you feel the sting of an arrow piercing your side. How do you feel about that?
Oh, he's definitely going to be pissed because his endorphins are flowing and it's freezing cold against his T-Rexy skin. Is it on his ass or is it in like his chest or neck? Where is it?
You shot him in the dick, didn't you? Is that what you said?
It's just sticking out of his tongue. I'm trying to go thinner on my tongue.
So he shot me?
He did shoot you.
How much damage?
Let me roll.
How much? Oh, I gotta roll. Okay.
I can't believe you shot me.
4 and
You shot me.
4 damage and then 6 cold damage.
You butthead.
What would Andy Dufresne say about that?
Well, nothing, because I don't have an Andy Dufresne.
I mean, what would
Red
say about that?
Say about it.
And that's when Timmy hit Valen in the dick.
That should be
No.
I can't believe you shot me in the dick. What's wrong with you?
In his defense, it was a pretty big target.
Yeah, he hit Valen in the dinosaur dick. I mean, that's going to be in the stories. The bards are going to sing about that.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Hey, by the way, Tree, have fun trying to post this on YouTube.
Right?
Mature audiences only. Okay. All right.
Oh my God, Timmy!
What?
Oh, there's a meme somewhere in here we need to look at, I do believe.
Oh no! On Discord.
Oh, Jesus.
Good Lord.
My God!
What the fuck is that?
Those are children.
That is the most wrong thing I have seen in a long time.
That was children.
Oh no!
I mean, the only thing I was thinking about was there was this video meme. It's like from Dragon Ball Z. And the guy's like, he keeps kicking me in the dick. Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
Holy shit.
Oh my goodness.
Damn.
Oh, did you remove it?
We are
Oh,
still in
like,
initiative.
All y'all saw was like this giant T-Rex run out from behind a rock, and everybody's like, "Fucking hey! Battle of the
removed it?
dinosaurs."
Yeah, we don't know, man.
You don't know.
I didn't
You
remove
didn't
it.
tell us your plan.
Sure. I mean, there's like trees running around and mammoths and shit. I mean, yeah.
This is a weird session.
It is. Yeah. This is what happens when you roll on encounter tables and shit. Like weird shit fucking happens.
Right now, Timmy's like realized his mistake and is looking up at the T-Rex. Is like, you've got to learn to communicate.
Like, I didn't know. I was fighting like a weird like ghost druid thing down the
Trafalgar?
Who removed the meme?
So, as my bonus action, I'm going to have Bubo fly up like 70, 65 feet in the air.
Okay.
And with my action, I am going to look through his eyes to make a perception check to see if we can find where this other person is.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and roll a stealth check for this person, a new, fresh stealth check. It is still going to benefit from Pass Without Trace. All right, what is Bubo's perception check?
1 second, let me pull up Bubo. Perception.
Does he have? Is there any way in if he can? I guess he either needs to beat a 28 or get a net 20. One or the other.
He needs what?
He has to either beat a 28 or get a net 20.
That did not happen.
Okay.
I mean, I guess Valen is too late to use the portent to make the guy fail his stealth roll.
Yeah.
Well, Valen. Yeah.
You also
The
have to be able
T-Rex.
to see it.
Yeah, the T-Rex is squinting. He's got tiny eyes on that thing, squinting and little
It
arms.
says
trying to-
with a portent, it has to be a creature that I can see with one of these
I
foretelling
gotcha.
rolls.
Okay. All right. So, Trafalgar, are you going to do anything else on your turn? Ready in action,
No,
perhaps?
that's action. That's action and bonus action.
Okay. So, Bubo
And,
will see.
I'll move back like over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bubo will see, however, a tall, cloak-wrapped figure stand out of a snow-bound blind on this slope above, looking down at the party, making the hand sign for the Frostmaiden.
West side, bitch.
I
Yeah,
will
pretty
point
much.
in that direction and call them out. Like call out their location.
Oh my god, the Frostmaiden symbol is the FU finger. Because get it for F? Frostmaiden, fuck you.
Oh, what is this
That's
garbage?
funny.
What bullshit is that?
This is a 7th level spell. This is a 50-foot wide radius, 100-foot tall cylinder centered on a point within range.
Jason.
Range is 100 feet.
What is this crap?
That's within range. All creatures and objects that are not somehow anchored to the ground in the area fall upward
I love it.
and reach the
Reverse
top of the
gravity.
area when you cast this spell.
You're not allowed to cast spells whose area of effect is bigger than the map.
So, let me just
Man,
say
you're
that.
really trying to kill Wes tonight.
No,
And the entire party.
He can't do it.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. All of you are affected by this. You feel your stomachs twist. For the T-Rex in the group, you
My
feel
tiny
your
arms.
tiny arms are flailing in the air as you all fall upwards into the air. There's no ceiling here, but you guys find yourself. You rise into the air 100 feet.
Oh.
I'm sorry. And you see this druid cast this spell, making this gesture, and then taking off into an unknown direction. And suddenly you feel the force of gravity reassert itself
You're a fucking asshole.
rather forcefully.
So you are trying to kill us.
You're
because Timmy's
fucking
probably the only
asshole.
person that's going to survive this fall.
Actually,
I know
I
it's
will.
10d6.
Rygar will make it.
Yeah.
So here's
I'm
the
a
thing.
T-Rex.
Here's the thing.
Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. Sorry.
You all
God.
take 33 points of falling damage.
Cool.
You son of a bitch.
You
So
take 33?
33.
Hey, that puts me at 66.
So we were raised 100 feet in the air.
Yes.
Okay. So I mean,
Unless you can cast slow fall or feather fall as a reaction, things like that. If anyone has that.
I don't think
So,
I have
I don't
that.
think anyone has anything like that. Our wizard is a T-Rex.
Yeah.
which, by the way, is spectacular 100 feet in the air. But
Soars like eagles.
so definitely worth it, really. I mean, the experience is But so the only thing we can do is a reaction, and we can't like take any actions or anything, right?
Right.
Okay.
You said we can take actions?
No actions, just reactions.
Oh.
This was
So I
this.
rolled an
It
11
was
on a concentration check. So once I hit the ground, I turn back into me.
okay. This druid had Pass Without a Trace as a concentration spell. It was concentrating on. It released that to cast its single 7th level slot. To cast Reverse Gravity. Yes.
Can I cast a spell?
No.
Control
It's
water?
over. It's over completely already.
Yeah. Only reactions are available before we hit the ground.
Like if you had a counter spell, you could hit it.
So you said
if you were
30.
in 60.
You said
How can I
33.
figure out which ones fall under that?
Casting time.
Yeah, it'll say reaction or control on a spell.
So like if you go to your actions in D&D Beyond, there is a place that just says reaction over there instead of all, and that should give you the list of spells that would fall under your reaction.
I have Warcaster. I can use it.
Wait, what?
Warcaster.
Oh, that's like an attack of opportunity thing if you wanted to take it.
Yeah.
But we don't get that.
And it gives you advantage on your concentration check. So if you have a concentration check that you're holding.
Right, but that means Jackal can hit the guy. If the guy's in range, Jackal can hit them with a spell.
Yeah,
only
but
within
only
5
if.
feet.
Yeah, so that's the weird thing about the whole Warcaster thing is they actually have to start within 5
within
feet of you
range.
and move away, and then you can do it. It's kind of weird, but yeah. Okay, so Jason, you said
That's
it was
right.
30.
I was thinking of the other one.
You said it was
it took
30,
off.
33. Is that what you said?
33 falling damage. Yeah.
Cool. That'll probably knock the blur out of me. Let's see.
That spell is really fun if you're somewhere that has a ceiling.
Yeah,
because then you let the people fall into the ceiling, and then you release concentration, and they fall back to the floor.
Wait. So with 33, the DC on my concentration check it would be 16, right?
Yes, correct.
Cool. I actually got an 18.
I have a
I'm still blurry.
a question.
Yes.
When Valen would check to see if his penis is okay, would it still be intact? Is everything or was it just the T-Rex that was affected?
Give me a luck check.
A luck check?
Just a luck check, yeah.
I just don't want him to have to be peeing out of 2 holes. You know what I mean?
Wait. You know what? Wait, just check first. Luck check first, and then we'll speculate.
You know what? That was a 5, but I'm going to use a lucky.
Is this Valen checking now or the T-Rex?
It's Valen checking his penis.
Man, you've got a lot of clothes to get through to get to that. That's going to take a while.
Yeah, but Timmy, do you not see how strong Timmy is? He's a master at the range jar. There we go, a 19.
Oh yeah, you're fine, and you know what? You would have been fine because polymorph replaces your body essentially.
Thank God.
Hey, you didn't need to
scream,
Timmy!
Now, if that damage had been what turned you back into Valen, like if you'd have gone through 100 and 30 some points of damage from the fucking thing and then turned back into vomit. Now that's different. That's different. Then it would have been, you know, I don't even know. But it would have been like that.
Yeah. You're getting close, Jason. You
I
almost
know.
got me.
I know.
You
Almost got
me.
him.
A stray
Almost got
arrow
him.
falls out of this. No. A snowball hits him in the face.
All right. So you guys have just had a pretty uneventful, you know, just a normal old time. You approach the now deceased Frost Druid, dead at your feet. Formerly dead at your feet. Somebody go ahead and give me a D100 roll for a loot check.
I'll do the D100.
Yeah,
All right, perfect. To me.
That is 97.
Ooh.
97.
That sounds good.
You find 35 gold pieces on her person and a lovely uncommon primal essence as well.
Ooh, a primal essence.
Ooh, primal essence.
Does
Components.
Timmy know what the primal essence? Is there any like properties to it?
Timmy knows that it's used for making things.
I'm gonna give the primal essence to the jackal.
All right, sweet.
Cool.
As soon as I get to the shared spreadsheet, I will go ahead and update that to add the primal essence.
Let me say, I can identify it if we have 10 minutes.
Well, no, it's just a crafting component, and then gold.
You said 35 gold.
35 gold.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably not very attached to material wealth, but I guess out here you have to have change for the toll road.
Yeah.
I will.
Right.
I'll talk to the jackal and get jackal. Can you help me?
Sure. What do you need help with?
Healing.
Well, I mean, this looks like a
Healing.
real good spot for a short rest.
Does
Okay.
it? We just got attacked by like 18 animals.
Right? Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of animals that need to be carved up.
Yeah. So I mean,
Don't tell me you don't want to try Mammoth.
I'm curious. I mean, I
Go
feel bad
and
about
give me
it.
The best steak.
I mean, I did hear
feel
that
like-
mammoth speak earlier, so I feel weird about it, but I think I'll still try it.
I feel like the jackal could give me a little bump, considering I'm down to 5.
Yeah. Yeah, you and I both need it. Are we out of initiative and everything then?
Yes, you're out of initiative, everything, unless you would like to pursue the Frost Druid.
No thanks.
Yes.
Tempting, but nah.
So how many of us need heals?
All of you.
I need a
Serious, solid heals. Okay.
I mean, if we're going to do a short rest, I don't need it.
Yeah,
Do we want to do a short rest?
I definitely think we should
It
do
would
a short
behoove us
rest,
to do so.
but
Yeah.
I also think that it might behoove us if you want to do a little bit of healing for the worst off, just to pop us off, just in case we don't actually get through the short rest. That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea, I suppose. Okay, 6 creatures up to in my sight. So you gotta be within 60 feet. Looks like
I
most
can move
everybody's within 60
I can move
feet.
right next to you. I don't care.
Yeah. So I'll cast Mass Healing Word. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everybody except Rhaegar. Is that cool?
Oh yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
How much?
So I'm casting it at level 5 because we're pretty hurt. 15?
So just cause I don't actually get 15, I get the max, so I get 18.
3d4 plus 6.
I actually get
At
18.
level 5, I would expect a lot more healing from it than that.
Well, it's a mass thing.
Yeah, so healing word is very low level. It's really, honestly, if you ask me, the biggest advantage of healing word is you can get up your whole group with mass healing word.
Yeah.
Because it's a bonus action spell. But otherwise, it's not great for healing a lot of people.
Well, I would say
because it's 1d4.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about that, that's 15 points across 6 people. That's 90 points of healing you just did. So that's actually kind of a lot.
Yeah, but it's not much for each of us.
But I would say do, like, this is selfish. Do a cure wounds on me. And then, well, let's see. Trafalgar's kind of hurt.
Yeah, I guess it depends. How many 4th level slots do you have?
Fourths, I have 3, and I have 2 available.
Okay, and that was a 4th level slot?
That was a 5th.
Oh, that was a 5th. How many 5th level slots? That's a lot.
1.
Yeah, don't.
Don't waste mass healing word on that.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, if you just want to throw like don't
you have prayer of healing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Do that.
Yeah, that's better. 48 plus 6 instead of 1d4.
Oh, that's way better. Yeah.
Prayer of healing.
And I can heal myself for 2 more.
There we go. 25.
Okay.
25 for 6 of us.
Yeah, that's better. And then I can heal myself for a bunch. Well, not a bunch, but.
So, prayer of healing was 48 plus 6. Is that right? So for me.
Well, she rolled it. It's 25.
He gets max.
Yeah,
So
I just get
48.
max. So for me, it's 38 points.
How do you get max?
Warlock.
Oh.
Well, bards can do Song of Rest if they have it, which I think helps maximize your short rest hit points, right?
Not. I don't have it.
Oh.
Wait, I don't think.
I thought all bards got Song of Rest, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's lore bards.
Yeah, that's not College of Eloquence.
Well, shoot, I don't need to take a short rest now. So if everybody else wants to take a short rest, I will spend that time scouting around with Daisy just to make sure we don't get snuck up on.
All
right, sweet.
Do 2 more of these. Or 2 more D6s. Go ahead.
All right, Jackal, I need you to go ahead and give me a survival check with advantage for harvesting.
Nice, I'm almost up to full. Perfect.
For harvesting off of the mammoth, please.
So we're taking a short rest?
26.
Woo, that's good.
I believe we are taking a short rest for those who wanted to.
Yeah. All right, and I'm going to need you to give me a nature check with advantage for harvesting off of that magical plant.
Nature. 23.
Holy shit. Okay. You picked up a whole shitload of hides and a whole shitload of meat and some essence.
Cool. Back up to full.
So, mammoth hide?
Oh, yeah, mammoth hide. Let's see. Let me see. Where is the hides at? Hides are right there. Mammoth hide. Mammoth hide.
Strong hide.
All right, and then you got 11 uncommon meat. It's uncommon meat. It's uncommonly good meat.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And what essence did you say?
Common primal.
Common primal essence?
Correct.
Okay. And I know we joked about Valen checking his pants, but like, did the dinosaur dick get cut off? Is it on the ground anywhere here? We picked up
Oh
and take
no,
it
it
with
didn't
us.
get cut off. No,
It's not a
no.
real,
If Timmy had
not a
attacked
real
with like
dick.
a hand axe or something like that, that would be different, maybe. As is, no.
Thanks for
Yeah, it's
asking, though.
His dino dick is not prevalent.
It's not a real.
When
Real
else will
dick.
you get a chance to try it?
Oh my god.
We can finally put the traditional Chinese medicine theories to rest.
Look, a dinosaur boner is not the same as dinosaur bones.
Right. Yeah, it has to be fossilized. That's
It all
Yeah.
depends.
the trick.
All depends on how you
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah, it's true.
All
All right. Question: did you end up putting, Timmy? Did you put that gold into your pocket, or did you add it to kind of like the party shared?
I put it in my pocket, but I'm more than
Perfect.
happy to give it to the party.
That's okay.
No. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
You're fine.
I don't care. Money doesn't matter.
I would like to take back what I said earlier. I do want to take that short rest so I can get my second level spell slot back, and Daisy will just keep an eye out. And I'll go ahead and
All
burn
right,
one
sweet.
hit dice for that.
All right. So you put it in your pocket.
And then I can inspiring leader. You'll have to listen to me talk again for 10 minutes. You're going to get 14 temporary hit points.
It never gets old.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You're here. You're giving us inspiring speech while in the background, Jackal is jointing meat off of the mammoth. There's like the crack of bone and like the wet slap of metal against the flesh of this beast as he's cutting this thing apart. Great speech though. You guys get some temporary hit points. Yeah.
Look how amazing she is at this. She's done this for so long. She such precision.
Such precision and grace.
All this. Yes.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. All right.
So I'm gonna take it. So one person, Rygar, is not gonna get this 14 temporary hit points.
Okay.
This time, because he doesn't need it. Because he's got way too many already.
It's going to be 11. Okay, cool. So you guys take a short rest. You harvest some good old-fashioned stuff off of these now deceased folks.
I'll use arcane recover. Arcane recovery.
Perfect. Let me see here. Where is?
That'll give me all my spell slots back.
Very good. Very good.
I'll
Very
get
good.
my third and second slot back.
No, that's not it. Hold on. You set back out again. I need someone to give me a roll, please. D100.
Lucas.
This will be for the weather for the rest of the afternoon.
80.
80. All right, cool. As you guys continue on your journey later into the day after cleaning up and taking care of this little Frostmaiden hit squad, you continue on. And all of you can hear.
I just love it. James got cookies delivered.
I love my wife.
But you could. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Daylight fades to the dim light of dusk. I need everyone to go ahead and give me Constitution saving throws for dealing with the weather effects. DC again is 13 right now.
Ooh, natural 20.
You can make those with advantage. Again, this is not to screw you over. This is just to see what happens.
17.
Okay.
Nope. I'm gonna say that every time.
Wait, who
25.
missed?
Who what?
I was gonna say who failed.
Oh, I don't have to roll any. I don't have to roll.
Oh, I thought someone said nope, like they failed.
I did. No, I don't have to roll them ever. Unless it's below 50 below.
All
I
right.
have my ring. I have my ring of warmth.
Does anybody fail that?
13 for Valent.
That's a pass.
Yeah, I got a 13.
All right, that passes.
Thank God.
All right.
I'll go ahead and pretend roll. Just cause.
Just cause.
I still passed. Damn it.
Nice. All right. So you continue on. Larry, you're still ranging in front of the party a little bit, and there's a little small rise in front of you. Let's go ahead and switch the maps on over for everybody. There's a small rise in front of you, and you can hear a quiet yipping and cackling coming from beyond it. A sound that you are familiar with, the sound of gnolls.
Yeah. So the sound was coming from where exactly?
Past you, on the other side of a slight rise. So let's just say over here.
All right, cool. I will then head back to the party and let them know that we got gnolls ahead, and as we are all well aware, gnolls are even more unreasonable than ice druids.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So what y'all want to do?
Kill him?
Charge in and wreck them?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll cast Blade Ward and run ahead.
They sounded like they were having a good time, but all right.
All right, go ahead and roll initiative. Ubis, you are in front. You run past Larry. You are way in front.
I don't know how far I can go.
Okay, it sounded like you were running as fast as you can, so you probably are dashing, right?
Sure.
All right, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6, and 2 of these guys.
God, you're really trying to kill my computer,
Can I
aren't you?
see them ahead of us?
Do I need to change the map?
Yeah.
Looks good to me. Yeah, as Ubis. Oh, yeah, you've got some animation and sound involved in all this.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to
100%
turn the sound off. No, yeah, that should take care of the sound right there. The sound should be gone now.
Well, the whole screen's gone to me now.
Oh
Okay.
come on, really? All right,
Problem
try it again.
solved.
Problem solved.
Yeah, that's how he kills me finally.
As Ubis
All
runs off, Larry turns to the rest of the party and is just like, Have any of y'all gotten a bead on Ubis's decision-making process yet? I can't sort it out.
All right, where's a good one?
It's all right. You can do it. It's working. It's working okay.
Okay. All right, everybody, roll initiative.
And it just locked up.
I thought you got a new computer. Come on.
Well, I'm not playing on that one.
Why not?
Because it's like a 10-inch screen.
So? Well, oh, by the way, if you wanted to, you could use the other one, the new one, for like the display for the map or whatever, and then just use your app on your phone for rolls and stuff. That works pretty good.
By the way, respect to the DM. It's like, oh, y'all want to do something completely unexpected that I wasn't expecting you to do? Well, you got 22 miles of tundra to walk through, so guess what?
We're going to roll on some tables. We're all flying by the seat of our pants tonight.
Okay, yeah, this map isn't going to...
All right, hold on. I got you covered. Hold on. Free maps. Next.
The rain is pretty though. I like the rain. It's very pretty.
It is a beautiful map. Next. Oh, how about this guy? Looking for something wintry. Not Christmassy, but wintry.
Oh my god, the way the clouds move over it is amazing. The way the lighting changes.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
Do you see the way? The clouds go over it, Wes?
Those are some fast clouds. I guess, it's weird that the clouds move that fast, but combat moves so slow.
Yeah.
It's like, if you think about it, it takes us an hour to get through like 6 seconds. Imagine how fast those clouds are moving.
All right, this is fine. You run towards them. It's not a hill that they were not over top of the hill. They were behind a tree. Who is not in my initiative tracker? Trafalgar, what's your initiative check?
Oh, sorry.
Roll.
That is a 14.
14 for Trafalgar. Timmy, what is your initiative, sir?
22.
22.
Oh, Jesus.
2, 3, 4, 5. Who's left? Ubis, what is your initiative?
I'm coming. Your thing's still... Oh, it's like in the processor.
Ubis is still recovering from the rain.
Ubis, you're breaking up hard right now. Oh, that's right. Let me add Rhaegar to there. Draegar's a cleanup crew. He's going to go at the end and fuck everybody up. Yeah. All right. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm still missing somebody. Ubis, what's your initiative?
Hold on.
I'm going to go in your character sheet and fuck you up. Here we go. And you're out. Ha. Sorry.
13.
13 for Ubis. All right, perfect.
Okay, that's a much better map. Thank you.
All right, Ubis, you've run ahead somewhat. Get everybody onto an actual square just to make it easier. Timmy, you're up first.
Wait, Timmy's gonna run up. Whoa, what did I do there?
Whoa.
What just happened?
How did that even happen? Holy hell.
What the?
What?
I think you might have multiple select. Oh.
Wow. Timmy has skills.
Click somewhere else. Where do you want him to go? Right there?
Well, I only got like 30 movement, so
it's 15, 20, 25.
It's okay. You can move all the way so long as you stop doing that.
Yeah.
Why is everybody moving?
Don't do something that's gonna send your dude off the map either. Careful.
Yeah, don't make him off the map. Yeah.
Why is everybody moving like 8,000 times.
So I will take a javelin and toss it at that middle jackal, the hyena thing.
That right there? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your attack.
The middle me?
Yes.
The ginger that's smiling?
Was that?
I don't know.
The ginger that's
Smiling
smiling.
ginger.
That will be a 10.
10 does not hit. Next attack.
I will take my last javelin. So I have 2 of them.
Is this a regular javelin? I think we took away the Chardlin ones after the naked dancing.
Yeah, I didn't get rid of those, but after that, I don't want to touch those. So I'll take my
What are these
last
characters?
javelin and toss it again.
Okay.
That is a 16.
16 hits. Roll some damage.
Why does that gnoll have like a human hand on his side?
That's what they do.
Lunch. Duh.
Snap.
That would be 8 points of damage.
Jackal's like mad respect for that guy carrying his lunch
Seriously,
around.
I'm looking at him and I'm like, he looks like family. He's got his lunch strapped to his hip. He's got some, war prizes and stuff. Yeah. He's got his shiny medals and stuff.
Oh God!
All right, yeah.
Could
you strike.
Could Ubis convince them that I'm family? Are they cultured and intelligent and can speak?
They're really not. They only speak Gnoll. Ubis, do you speak Gnoll?
Yeah, I do not. But
oh, sorry.
I might be able to gesture and to do something.
I can put my Elvis cape around my waist so that it hangs like a loincloth so it'll look more like him. Okay, I didn't know what these creatures were, so I wanted to ask.
No, it's fair. They're gnolls. They're just gnolls, They're just gnolls. Demon, hyena people.
They're not intelligent, so I could probably convince them pretty easily.
They got an intelligence of 10.
Yeah.
Well, their use of decoration and jewelry as well as clothing indicates that they are of an advanced society of some type or another.
Yeah,
definitely more advanced than Neanderthals were. Makes them closer to Homo sapiens than Neanderthal.
They definitely notice Ubis running Leroy Jenkins style at them. They're going to go ahead and move. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Wait, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We can go about right there. They're going to take a couple attacks at you there, Ubis. Sure. Each one's attacking 3 times.
Oh,
first thing they do is they're going to try to bite you.
Mm-hmm.
23 to hit?
Yeah.
And the second one is 21 to hit. Both of them bite you.
You're doing disadvantage from Blade Ward?
On that?
I'm not doing disadvantage. Blade Ward is resistance, correct?
Oh, resistance. Sorry. Sorry, my fault.
Yeah,
that's the second time I've done that. Second time I've done that.
Barbarian.
Okay, so Ubis, I need you to make 2 Constitution.
Reaction on that?
Oh, Larry, yeah. Timmy, yeah. What's your reaction?
So fight interception. When a creature hits a target 5 feet attack, you can use your damage taken by 1d10 plus 4.
Okay, sweet. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and roll damage for the one that did the attack that was within 5 feet first.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 7 plus. Ubis, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 12.
Well, that sounds stupid.
I know. It's low DC.
Why would I have to do that?
Because they bit you. Let's see if you get rabies.
Psh. Come on, that's just the slowest. I gotta switch dice. That'd be a. Okay, yeah, that'll work. 17.
That passes. So yes, go ahead and roll the interception there, Timmy.
Oh wow, that is a 9 plus 4. It's 13.
All right, so Ubis, you take no damage from the first attack. Second attack is swiping at you with its claws. That's a 22 and a 21. Those are both going to hit.
Sure.
That's going to be a total of 10 points slashing damage.
Okay. Well, I see that.
Was that already halved or?
That was not halved.
Okay,
So halved to 5.
And I
Oh,
see
wait.
that.
It's only the first one that's halved, right?
Is it?
No, it's
All of
until
them?
the end of my turn.
Cool. All right, awesome.
So then I'm going to. I'll take
Hellish
that
Rebuke?
5. Nah, I'll take that 5. I ain't scared.
You sure?
Yeah, I ain't scared.
Okay. It's going to attack you again. The one that's north of the northern one, the one with the orange ring is going to also attack you. I need you to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Hello, D&D Beyond. Okay, there you go. Roll. Why is everything going so slow? Roll. Does 13 work?
Just passes.
Okay.
All right. It is then going to take 2 swipes at you with its claws as well. The bite damage, 7 points, halved to 3. The first claw attack damage, 5 points, halved to 2. And the next one, 8 points, halved to 4. Valen,
Okay.
you're up. And I think you know what to do.
Yeah, I think you see my templates.
I did see your templates, sir. Yes, I did. I love the one that has the fire in it.
That's the one I'm going for.
Okay, what's your DC?
They have to roll a dexterity saving throw for when they're inside of it. I'm
Okay.
throwing up a wall of fire, and the flames
A
are
wall of
pointed
fire or
inside.
fireball?
No.
Okay,
Fire.
yes. Okay.
So now they don't have to roll. Well, for each of them that's in the area, they have to roll a dexterity saving throw. They're still going to take 5d8, and they're still going to be trapped inside the circle. So I'm going to roll that, and then every turn that passes that they sit inside of it, they're going to continuously take 5d8.
Now, do they have to be within a certain
10
distance
feet, so
of the
they'd have to
outer
be-
edge?
Yeah. They have to be within 10 feet of it, which that hits everybody except for
No, that hits.
except for
Just
these
that
two.
hits. Oh
So-
yeah, this one, the one 2 in the middle, right?
Yeah. Those
This
two
one.
won't, but everybody else will be. And then
Okay.
they're basically going to be forced to stand in the center, or move out if they want to attack us. And
Oh,
we
okay.
just keep throwing shit at them all day long.
Oof.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
let's see. Those get a +2 to Dex. Those get a +2 to Dex. These guys get a +2 to Dex. Okay, so I think you already know.
Yep.
With your DC being what it is,
15.
that's a fail. 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 That's a fail. That's a fail. Holy fuck, can I get one to pass?
You can just make us all have to. You can make us all have to save versus the smell of burnt, wet jackal hair.
Oh yeah, only one of them passes. How much damage was that?
Fine, thank you.
17.
That affects every single one of them.
Every single one.
Okay.
We all take 17.
17 points of damage. Some of
Roll
these
pretty
look
low
really
on
fucked
damage.
up.
But still.
You see one of these, the one that Timmy struck with is not cursed javelin, just crumples to the ground, burning in flame, and it's screaming. It is screaming in pain. All right, so you've got that maintained. Wall of fire. They can't exit. How much damage do they take if they charge through it?
If they charge through it, then I roll damage again.
Ooh. And if they stay inside of it, but they're not more than 10 feet away from the edge, how much do they take?
5d8. No matter
Okay.
what the circumstances are, if they stand within the wall, it's 5d8. If they walk through, it's 5d8. And I mean, I don't know, you're rolling on creatures sharing a space on the inside, but yeah.
All right, so there's like these 4 squares here roughly. All right. Oh, it's not showing up. Hold on. Let me change that to a better color. So like these 4 squares right there. If they're there, they're not getting damaged.
Yeah, and I'll say, be prepared. Next turn, it's a fireball.
Larry, you're up.
Cool. So for my turn, Daisy is going to leave Larry's shoulder, fly over to Valen, and just like plop down on his shoulder. And she is going to do a little bit of heart reading here. And I'm going to use my entire turn to do an insight check on Valen and just stare into his eyes to try and figure out what he's thinking and feeling while all of these gnolls just cook.
Oh, God.
It got really dark there. Valen, what are you thinking and feeling? Go ahead and roll an insight check. Roll an insight check. Let's see how deep this goes.
Do I get advantage because of the heart sense?
Yeah, I'd say yeah, sure.
Cool. Yeah.
Let's see where this goes.
That's a nat 20 on that. Hang on, let's see what
the
thing here is.
What does he want to know?
So 26. I just want to know, as you are like cooking all of these gnolls, I just want to know what's going on and in your mind and your heart and your soul as you're doing this.
Yeah. How's Valen feeling?
Yeah.
He's afraid that these things are going to get us because we are weak at this moment and possibly take one of us or kill one of us. He's just trying to protect us.
Okay, but no other sort of emotional response to any of this? All right, cool. Got it. That's my turn.
And where do you
I'm
think
a
that's
little
from?
unhappy that they're all cooked.
Right, yeah, I spare a moment to look over at Jackal too to see how he feels about this, but I already kind of knew.
There are visible tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this fear that Valen has, do you think that's like from his childhood, perhaps? You know?
You could ask him.
Trafalgar, you're up.
All right. So, seeing what Valen has already done, Trafalgar will move 5, 10, 15, 20. I should get a good shot at them through the trees, and I'm just going to launch a fireball at them.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
That's going to be a DC 17 dex save from the lot of them.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Let's take a look at what happens with this roll. All right.
Couple of ones, but
All right, we have let's see. How much damage do they take?
25
if they
points
fail?
on a fail.
Okay. So you take 12. You take 12. Everybody else takes 25. Woo, boy. Minus 12. Minus
And
12.
we all watched as the Knowles barbecued for our dinner that evening. And it was wonderful.
I love it so much.
That needs to be a regular part of the show.
Oh God, yes. They are looking seriously fucked up at this point.
Color commentary courtesy of Morgan Freeman. I mean, what's not to like?
We had to pay him so much to come.
Didn't Obama win like some award for his national parks montage thing?
I don't know.
What?
Dude, Morgan Freeman? What?
No, I'm saying like maybe Obama could narrate this whole thing, but no, he
narrate it with his voice.
That would be pretty great.
I can't do an impersonation of it.
We can make a request to
Respawn?
Change.org.
Maybe they can do it.
I'll let them do it.
We should do a petition to get that. Eubis, you're up.
Oh, hello. Well, seems like everybody's getting pretty blasted here.
Yeah.
So I will.
You're gonna make some bacon, heat it up on the firewall.
That's a new way to cook bacon, I guess.
Let me. I mean, they're just getting destroyed, right? I kind of feel bad for them a little bit. Not really, though. So I will. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the two that are like the one to the north and the one that's right next to me. Can I do that?
All right. You're gonna Eldritch Blast the two right next to you.
Well, the one next to me, and then the one that's to the north.
So, do you have anything? So let's see here.
It's not considered a ranged.
Eldritch Blast is a ranged spell attack, yeah.
So I would get disadvantage on this?
But is that how that works with spells? I do believe it is.
Nah, I don't think so with that.
Is it a prone? Someone who's prone?
No, they're both standing up. I think I should just be able to just go like almost like just go.
Let's see here.
It doesn't say it's ranged.
What, Eldritch Blast? Yeah, it's a ranged spell attack.
Yeah, but can I like Iron Man that crap and just go?
No, you would still have, since you still have somebody right next to you, you'd still get disadvantage. That's why the people still take the gunner feat and crossbow expert if they're never going to use a firearm or crossbow.
Well, that's the whole point of Warcaster too, so you can cast spells, ranged spells in close proximity without having to take them at disadvantage.
All right, well that's stupid then. Let me the one that's in the middle.
Yeah.
Which one's the orange one? I guess the one next to me.
Okay.
Toll the Deadum.
All right. He's going to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. He's going to go ahead and fail a wisdom saving throw. What's your damage? He's already hurt.
Yeah. Let's see here.
2d12?
2d12. Let's see if this wants to work correctly. No, it doesn't. Let's see what we got here. Okay, there we go. Of course I rolled garbage. Well, not too much garbage. That's 11
All right.
necrotic.
All right, it's hurting pretty bad.
And then as an action, I will make some bacon and eat it.
Fair enough. Rhaegar is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to bonus action rage, and he's going to attack recklessly at the guy that's inside the fire right now.
Of course he is.
Of course.
He's raging.
He
Did you
is
say-
raging, and he's going to attack it recklessly. So, 16. That should hit. It does hit. Very good. And Rhaegar's actually going to do something a little bit smart. He's going to go ahead and do a shove. And he hits on his shove. And this guy's knocked prone. So he's going to have disadvantage on dexterity saves, like for the wall of fire that he's still inside of. And then he's going to go ahead and make a bonus action attack because he's got Goliath dual wielder, so he can do that with his regular weapon. That's another good hit. All right, that's going to be 7 points of damage from. Wait, what? 2d6. Okay, so 7 plus the 5, which is 12, plus 2 is 14. And I don't see where the longsword showed itself. So 14 plus 10 plus 2, 16, 26 points of damage to this guy.
Nice.
We're going to go ahead and cleave into the one behind him a little bit as well. He did. Jackal, you're up.
Can I? Well, first, no, they're behind the tree. I can't see.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry, Jackal. First up are these 3 gnolls up at the top right.
Those are gnolls too.
Yeah. So the first thing they're going to do, the one that's standing in the wall, is going to make a dex save. He's going to fail.
The other one too, right?
Yeah. The next one is going to make a dex save. They're going to fail. And then the last one that's standing too close to the wall to avoid damage is going to make a dex save, and he's going to pass. So why don't you go ahead and give me damage roll for the wall of fire there, please, Valen. $26. Jackal, I'm so sorry. You look on as 3 more gnolls succumb to the fire and flame, cooking their flesh.
Steve.
So it's just that one dude left?
Now it's just the one dude left, yes. Over to you, Jackal. He's not long for this world either, though.
Can I animate the dead if it's cooked?
You can, but that's going to be a spell that you're going to cast outside of combat.
Yeah, it takes a few minutes to cast it, so.
1 minute. Okay, yep, I see that. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Okay, I think I'm just going to be pretty straightforward here. I'd like to summon my spiritual weapon and attack. Can I see him?
So you're going to drop your spiritual weapon. You can, if you move over a little bit, you'll be able to see him right there. And spiritual weapon is not going to be something affected by the spell, the wall of fire, so you can just drop that right in there.
Sweet.
Let me ask you something real quick, Chris. Do you have a cantrip spell that you can hit him with it?
Yeah.
I'm just saying
That might be a better idea.
I wouldn't burn a spell slot because it sounds like he's almost dead.
It's a bonus action for me to summon.
Yeah, but it's still a spell slot.
Still a spell slot.
Yeah, still a spell slot.
Do you have
It's up to you, though.
Do you have Toll the Dead?
Of course I do.
Then Toll the Dead or
Okay.
Sacred Flame?
Yeah, let's Toll the Dead. Toll the Dead on the dude. Rolling for it now.
All right, he's going to make a
15.
wisdom saving throw. And
It'd be 2d12 because he's already wounded.
he's going to fail the wisdom saving throw.
So
Because Jason might throw a third encounter at us.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be 2d12, not 2d8.
Okay.
Well, if it's already damaged, it's 2d12.
Yeah.
Yes.
that's what we're saying.
Everything is already damaged.
Oh, yeah.
But that was 48.
48 as good as 2d12?
That's a little bit more than 2d12.
Yes,
Okay.
that's way more.
Why isn't it rolling for that properly? Or why don't I have the option for that?
I don't know. You could just roll 2d12.
I'm doing it.
Oh
Thanks,
man, the
Thanks so
15
much.
the 15 was so much better. I feel like after that journey, the 15 should count.
Yeah, we're gonna make the 15 count. Jackal, the sound of the dolorous sounds of the bells echo through the headspace of this severely injured Knoll, and you see blood begin pouring out from its nose and mouth, and pink matter and chunks pouring out from its ears as it drops to its knees and to its back to the ground. It is now dead. And cooking. Also cooking still. Still cooking.
Uh-oh. Turn
It's
the
dead.
wall of fire off.
They're all dead.
Can I pull out some of the mammoth bacon to put on the wall of fire for everyone?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, I would like to
mostly for Wes.
I would like to say that I think, for the first time, Daisy turns visible sitting on top of Valen's shoulder and kind of pats him on the shoulder and looks over at him. And she's like, all right, first of all, you did nothing wrong. That was an absolutely brilliant plan that you did. You effectively, protected your friends and everything's fine now. But just throwing it out there, if you ever would like to talk, I'm here for you. If you'd like to sort of get some of that out without all the fire.
So Daisy would I be able to see her, or is she invisible?
Yeah, she just turned invisible and she's sitting on your shoulder.
Valen's definitely gonna like flinch for a second and and just kind of look at her and say, I'm always willing to talk. It's just I don't like things coming and trying to take me and maybe possibly my friends. You all are all I have left in this world, and I'll do anything to keep you safe.
Sure, and that was very effective at that. But it seems like there might be a little bit sort of pent up in there. So if you ever would just like to, when things are calm and people aren't, at risk of being devoured by gnolls and whatnot, if you want to talk about it and get a little bit off your chest, I'm just here for you. Just want to put that out there. Just make the offer.
We can talk when we've got some time to. I'm fine with that. I would enjoy it.
And as the screaming from the gnolls and the smell of all the burnt fur is still sort of up in the background, she just looks at him, pats him on the shoulder, and she's like, "You're a good person. and then flies off.
I hope so. End scene.
Oh God! So you guys continue on this evening after you break minor camp from harvesting your problematic meat and looting the corpses of these gnolls. Also taking their ears for bounties because, as you know, there's a rather nice bounty for gnoll ears in the towns themselves. And these are seven varieties, 7 specimens. You don't find anything of particular note. This just seems to be a group of gnolls that have wandered into the area. But as you close in on the end of the travel day and about the halfway point to your destination, you find yourselves on the banks of the river that feeds the Loch Dinisher. This would be the Red Run, the upper limits of it that go out into the tundra and is fed ultimately by, at least in normal times, by melting snow from the Great Glacier to the east.
Red Run.
You settle down on the frozen banks of the river, and you're able to start to make camp for the day. I have a very important question though, and that is, has anyone cast Lesser Gamble today?
We have. Yeah, we did.
Did you? Could you cast it?
We haven't had a long rest.
No, the last time they did.
You finished the long rest though at the beginning of this one, didn't you?
I did it ritually and cast it as a first level because you told me I had to.
Yeah, they already cast
Oh,
it.
okay, cool. We already did it today. Damn. All right, that's fine. But you settle down for a night. Are you using Lehman's tiny hut? How are you guys doing for settling up for the evening?
I mean, I would assume we're casting the hut, right?
Yeah. If we're resting, if we're going with a full long rest, I'll cast it for everybody.
Are you going to go for a full long rest? You're about at the halfway point at this point. You could continue traveling. However, it would start to incur Constitution saving throws to avoid exhaustion.
What time is it? Would you say it is?
Vaughn would say, I think my bones are getting a little frozen. my joints are getting stiff. Would anybody like some fire? Too soon.
Depends what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Daisy floats up and she's like, "It's okay. It's okay. There's no need for you to feel bad about anything."
What time would
it was a joke. God, I'm cold. Can we sit down?
Yeah, so if you want to throw up a tiny hut, yeah, we can do a long rest here. Larry will do his normal thing where he spends the first part of the long rest scoping everything out, then spends the middle bit doing his 4-hour reverie, and then spends the latter part, scouting around again before everybody gets up.
I'm just gonna sleep outside just cause.
Larry, are you interested in doing a little gathering of materials, if anything like that?
Well, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Whenever he's out, I mean, he's always in survivalist mode. If there's stuff around to be gathered up that might be useful.
Yeah. All right, so give me, where's my check here?
It's in the
gathering.
Say, I want to check.
Yeah. Let's see here. Hunting and gathering. You're hunting and gathering a little bit, yeah. I'm just scrolling through. I know I need you to roll a d20, but I'm just looking to make sure I give you the right d20 to roll.
I'll go with him.
Do you have herbalism kit, Larry?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have an herbalism kit, but I only have proficiency with it if I decided to, which right now I'm not sporting proficiency in it.
All right. Do you have proficiency with survival skill?
Of course, I've got expertise in survival.
Okay. All right. So basically, you can right now. You can. Let's see here. What I'm going to call this is just to see what you might have found over the course of the day. Okay.
Mhm.
Anyone else who wants to do this is welcome to as well.
I'll go with Larry.
So basically, over the course of the day, you would have been looking for things.
Sure.
You can go ahead and roll it with advantage if other people have been helping over the course of the day as well.
Daisy's always helping, so.
Okay. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, I'd be helping too.
I mean, unless Daisy's mad about something, and I don't think she is.
Okay.
Inside check.
All right.
Is she mad or not? Seriously, roll it. Is she mad or not?
Insight at disadvantage because she is not only female but fey.
And mostly invisible.
Good point. Good point. All right. So, since you're interested in poisons and things like that, would you be looking for reagents or would you be looking for materials?
I mean, this is a survival situation. I'm interested in whatever is useful. If it's food, if it's reagents, if I recognize it, I'm definitely going to gather and maybe hunt, or maybe gather and then tell people afterwards I hunted. I don't know.
I'm gonna secretly make some bacon and throw it on the ground as we walk around.
Secret bacon is the worst bacon.
Secret bacon. Yeah, you do find bacon from time to time, and you keep looking at Ubis, and Ubis has been hiding that they've been dropping bacon.
Let me know if you like the mammoth bacon. Maybe it's that he's dropping everywhere.
Ooh.
Maybe
he doesn't
so.
like it.
Maybe so. All right, give me a wisdom check.
Just straight wisdom?
Are you good at wisdom?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to get going. I gotta get up at like 4 a.m.
Oh shit! Okay.
Flying to Boston. So.
All
right, this is where we're gonna end our session.
Yay! Okay, everybody say hi to Boston.
Woo, Boston!
Yay!
Your traffic sucks.
Oh, I'm not driving anywhere. Don't worry about that.
All right. Listen. Okay, so